Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to YGTV. Yes, that means it's Thursday afternoon. It's the start of a brand new week for us.
It is, which is super. Well, it's kind of good and kind of not good.
Why?
We don't want the weeks to go too quick. We're in the nice time of year. We're in the summertime, so we want to put the brakes on a bit.
You might not feel like it's summer, though.
Oh,
We're just saying how chilly it is. You're wearing a jumper today.
I know, I put the heating on again this morning. It's like 12 degrees outside. Lots of nice rain, though. We desperately needed the rain, didn't we?
It's very true. And the weather is going to start warming up again soon, so it's fine. We can all get out and enjoy our gardens.
But still no frost to worry about. So that's good.
All right, well, it is a brand new week for us on YouGarden, in YouGarden land. Our week starts on a Thursday, which means we've got a brand new set of plants to show you. If you want to get ahead of us, you are most welcome to go to our website, which is yougarden.com. You'll find a Live Now button somewhere. Depends whether you're watching on a PC or on your phone or wherever. It might be in the menu. Have a little look in that little section there, because when you go in and you scroll down, you can see all of the items that have been selected for the show today. And every single one of these, when you check out and use the offer code, you will be able to get free postage. Now, it is Father's Day coming up soon. If you are... that's typical. Something happens right at the beginning. We'll sort it out. But anyway, you can go in, you can have a look at all the items that got free P&P. And yes, we do have some Father's Day things. So if you're looking for a gift for Dad, then we've got some of those as well for you. Gift wrap roses. Brilliant. Now then, I mentioned the offer code briefly. Do you want to tell them what the offer code will do?
Yes, the YGTV 2426 code. See, that's a little magic code there, because you need to enter that to get free shipping, and also to get all the double ups and the buy one, get one frees and all those kind of things. Just a quick thing on the YGTV code as well. The free shipping is for everything Bex and I talk about in the potting shed today. If you go onto the website and purchase something from the website, you might get a bit of free bit of shipping added on. But if you join the club, you might notice, look, you can get 2 free P&P vouchers, which can worth $6.99 each. So you can actually negate that shipping cost if you do go onto the website. But the great thing is, if you set the auto renewal, it'll only ever be £10 a year. And the major thing is you can save 15% on purchases like compost, plants, even the double up deals. Those prices can still be subject to another 15% discount. If you decide to go off and buy something a bit bigger, like some furniture or a lawnmower, for example, you can get that 7.5% off. And we'll even throw in for you £20 worth of product vouchers. You're going to get 4 times £5 vouchers. Look at the expiry dates, that's what you need to worry about. You can use those on separate purchases, one after the other, as long as they're separate. And honestly, seriously, I always bang on about joining the club. It makes so much sense. And even if you join today, you can start saving straight away.
You can indeed. I love watching YGTV, well, being part of it, actually being on screen and telling you about all the plants. Now, Jake is just showing you that the rose, by the way, does work. You do need to input the item code in order to take you through to the page where you can add that into your basket. Don't panic, we will be giving you all of the item codes throughout the live today. So if you are shopping, maybe take a note of all of the item codes. The details will pop up on the screen. You'll be able to see those item codes anyway. So is there, apologies, the link just, IT says no. Something wrong with the IT system.
Yeah.
There's always something wrong with the computer somewhere.
There is.
But yes, you just need to enter the individual item codes, and we're going to tell you all about those. Right, good morning. No. Afternoon, sorry, good afternoon to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Hello, Jake's keeping an eye on that. Everybody who is on YouTube. Did I say Facebook then? What am I talking about? Start again. I said YouTube twice. I thought I had. Right, Jake is keeping an eye on Facebook. Hello to everybody who's watching on there. On YouTube, Neil, Marissa, Amanda, Anne, Tom, Callisto, Jules, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody else's name. You're all saying hello to each other, telling me about the weather, wet and soggy. Yes, it's been pouring here all day, so I'm hiding in my greenhouse.
Oh, nice.
Someone's been potting up in the kitchen. That's Neil. Yes, it's what we have to do when it's raining. But hello to everybody. If you've got... Oh, Ellie's just popped in as well. If you've got any questions, you're welcome to put them in the chat. You're also welcome to email us. The details have just popped up on the bottom of the screen there. I've got a couple of questions and a couple of photos already been sent in by Dingo and Neil, so we'll get to those in a little while. We've got the next 2 hours with you. Let's crack on and start talking about some plants. We have got the beautiful Penstemon electric blue. Let's talk about how rare blue flowers are.
They are rare. I mean, we once threw it out, didn't we, to all our friends watching. We said, how many blue flowers can you name? I think we got up to about 26, 27. And then we started floundering a little bit. But the good thing about this is it's heterophyllus, Penstemon heterophyllus electric blue. and it is blue.
Yeah.
It's not purple. It's not mauve. I've got this in my own garden. Sorry, Bex, did that right. I've got this. I got this, but I have. I've got this series. They all come in really super, super bright colours, but look at this. I mean, this is stunning. And weirdly, you see that bee there? It's not exactly the same one, but when I walked in and said, hi, Bex, I noticed on the sample we've got right here in front of us, there was a bee.
Yeah.
Like taking shelter.
Well, by the way, these images you're looking at, Jake actually went out into the nursery yesterday to get these, to capture these images. So this is exactly what they are looking like right now on the nursery.
And you can see the pollinators adore penstemon. They've got those lovely tubular flowers. They get right in there. They get onto the pollen. They get onto the nectar. And all these ask of you, they're very easy to grow. They're only about so tall, about sort of 18 inches tall thereabouts. They flower for week after week after week. Deadhead the main flower stalk once it's gone. So once the main one finishes, just chop that off. They'll send out little side shoots to create more and more flowers for you. And it's what we call a hardy herbaceous perennial. So late autumn, it'll die down to ground level, but don't chop penstemon down at that point. Leave them. I mean, you can deadhead, but leave the actual structure. In the spring, you'll see new shoots come from the base. At that point, you can trim the old dead growth off, and all they want is a really good, sunny, well-drained position. I've got mine on a bit of a sloped area, full sun, really good drainage. They're flowering right now. They've been flowering for weeks. They're going to keep flowering all the way through to mid to late summer. You're going to get it in a 3 litre pot, beg your pardon. And that's discount club price there, £11 and 4p
Whoa.
for something as extraordinarily different and unusual as this.
What a beauty, absolutely. And it's delivered for that price as well, everybody. Make sure you're using your offer code YGTV2426 because that gives you free postage and it will give you the saving that we have applied to this particular item as well. So £11.04 delivered price, absolutely beautiful. Item code you need, 561432. Make a note of that number for when you're ready to place your order. Hello as well to Hattie, Jules and Skylar, who have also just joined the chat, and Zoppiclone.
Like that one. It's a good
Quite
name,
like that
isn't it?
name. Anyway, hello to you as well. Let's move on, shall we? We've got lots to show you and only 2 hours to do it. So coming up next, we have got the Prunus Almond Dulcis tree. We can grow our own almonds.
We can.
Whoa!
And according to the YouGarden kind of page on this, it creates very tasty nuts.
Tasty nuts. I saw
Tasty
that
nuts,
as well.
yeah.
Tasty
So
nuts.
sounds good to me.
Lovely.
And of course, you're going to get the beautiful flower in the spring as well. You're going to get that almond blossom flower, which is that sort of pinky white flowers. Very, very hardy. This is not on a dwarfing rootstock, by the way. So this can get 5 to 6 metres tall. So it's not one of the sort of patio fruit trees, but it certainly is a stunner, this one. I've planted 2 or 3 of these over the years.
Whoa.
And that's what you can get. I mean, forget the almonds. I mean, give me the blossom.
Yes, please.
That is magnificent, isn't it? And there you see, later in the summer, if you plant in a really sunny, well-drained position, you will get these almonds. And the almonds actually, they are inside those kind of coatings. But so you kind of dry them out and the almonds are in the middle.
Crack your nuts.
Yeah, crack your nuts. And then, fill your mouth with lovely, tasty nuts. And you can see there how gorgeous they are because you're going to get the blossom. It's tough, it's hardy. The leaves turn a lovely, lovely colour in the autumn as well before they drop. It's been potted on into the pot in front of Bex and I. I would suggest when you get yours home, if it seems to be really well established in there, you probably could lift it out the pot. If you're not quite sure, just leave it another 3 or 4 weeks, till the end of June if you want to, till you're really sure it's fully rooted in. That way, when you take it out of the pot, all the compost will stay around the root and it won't drop off. And plant it in that bright, open, sunny, well-drained spot. It will take all the minuses during the winter time, and you will get blossom in the spring and your own proper edible almonds later in the summer heading into autumn.
That's amazing.
Good, isn't it?
It's so good. And it's such an interesting tree, you know. It is deciduous, it'll drop its leaves in winter, but it gives you so much for the rest of the season.
Autumn colour on the leaves, Bex, as well. It's beautiful on these.
Gorgeous. I mean, those flowers that appear on the naked stems, the beautiful foliage, the nuts, and then a fiery display just before it drops its leaves. It's fantastic. I
Joey,
love
this
it.
would be good for you. Joey, we had those trees cut down in the corner.
Yeah.
That'd look good if you put them in the corner there, wouldn't it?
Massive.
Yeah, look good there, wouldn't it?
No, it blocked the sun.
Okay.
Not having it. I love it though, and I've got another Prunus. Prunus triloba. I love that one. Doesn't produce nuts, but it is a beautiful one. Right, 300296 is the item number. Absolutely gorgeous blossom and a grow your own where you can produce your own almonds. 300296 is the item number. And yes, I need to lift by the pot, not by the stem. Thanks for the reminder, Neil. I'm rubbish at that. Right, saving £10 on that one. If you want to, you enter the code and you can get it delivered with free postage as well. Quick update of what's coming up in a little while. We've got the GM Fire Starter. Absolutely fantastic plant, this one. Gorgeous colour. You know, GMs tend to be much more muted colour tones, but this one is beautiful red flowers. I'm a big fan of GMs. I've got a few of them in my garden, and it is a beautiful winter hardy perennial plant that pollinators really enjoy. Now you can get 3 9cm pots and you can double up here as well. It's a double up for a tenner or £8.50 if you're in the club, because you still get your 15% discount. 561219 the item number. If you'd like a little project, we've got the citrus grove for you, the orange, the lemon and the lime. These are the ones that come to you in the 9cm pots, and that is what it will grow into. It'll be a few years. It is a project, but you can take the satisfaction of growing them to that stage and then produce your own citrus. Use ericaceous compost, give them winter protection, and seriously, you'll be growing your own lemons, limes and oranges. 340081 is the item number. Wonderful price there at $16.97 for all 3 of them. Now we have 2 different aces on the show, one of which I have got, and that is this one, the garnet. I am going to show you my garnet, hopefully later on. And those pictures aren't great, are they? I will get my phone out and I will link it up, and I'm going to show you my beautiful garnet because it is an absolute stunning tree.
Those pictures weren't garnet either.
No.
They weren't even the garnet
No,
ace.
they weren't either.
No.
No. I did think that on the first one particularly. We'll get my phone out, I'll show you. It's beautiful. The leaves are dissected. You get the burgundy colour, and then just before it drops its leaves in autumn, bright red leaves. Spreads wider than it does tall. It's a fantastic one. And the other one is the Ukagumo, which has the really fantastic mottled and speckled leaves. And the two trees would work really nicely together. So those will be coming up for you in a little while. Details for the garnet are on the screen. I've got 2 of those now. I love it so much.
You're not going to believe this, and I'm not making this up.
Go on.
I had one delivered this morning.
No!
I did. Yeah, it came this morning, so I'm looking forward to it.
I love them.
I had that one and Taylor delivered this morning.
It's my favourite.
So,
the garnet is my absolute favourite.
Yeah, they are good. I planted one from a customer last year. Oh my goodness me, Bex! It was at the top of some steps on a little corner, and it's just cascaded all down over the corner of the steps.
It's lovely.
Beautiful.
It's lovely. Anyway, we'll come to those in a little while. We brought you over to the favourites table now, and we are going to talk to you about the rose. Is it the rose of the week? It is, isn't it? Rose of the week, but also a wonderful Father's Day gift if you are looking for something for Dad. It doesn't have to be for Dad. It can just be, you've got a beautiful rose. It might be in memory if you have lost your dad. A lot of people plant roses in memoriam, so this could be a reason for getting hold of it. But obviously, it is Father's Day next Sunday, a week on Sunday. Don't panic, everybody. It's a week on Sunday. So if you are looking for something, you can get this. It is a beautiful rose, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and what you said there, Bex, it sort of touches my heart, really, because I lost my dad about 10, 11 years ago, and I would plant something like this to remember my dad, because it is a beautiful rose to remember your dad by. It's a floribunda rose, which means you get clusters of beautiful flowers on lovely long straight stems. It's got a medium fragrance, which is great. It repeat flowers all the way through till autumn. So
does it repeat flower?
It does repeat flower, Bex,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
What does it do, Bex?
Repeat flowers.
It does, it repeat flowers.
Yep.
Absolutely. We're not saying it's going to be flowering constantly, non-stop, but in flushes of flower. You'll get those flowers right the way through to autumn. The foliage on the plants is beautiful. The ones right in front of Bex and I now are just glossy and glistening. Good disease resistance as well. Only about 80 to 90 centimetres tall, so you can definitely grow it in a pot or a container. Of course, you can grow it in the ground as well. Somewhere open and sunny, and bury the knuckly bit at the base. Make sure that's at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. And what you see here is typical of what's coming out to you, and it comes to you wrapped like this. In Hessian. Look at that. Got a nice little ribbon round it. Absolutely beautiful little gift then. Of course, you can use the Hessian sack afterwards for, I don't know, whatever you want, really.
Whatever you want.
You could turn it into a kind of Vivienne Westwood kind of handbag, if you fancy it. But you can see there, look at the quality of the plant, how healthy and vibrant it looks. And some of the others have actually got buds on. I mean, this will definitely flower for you, this year. No doubt about it. You will be experiencing Special Dad beautiful red rose blossoms this year, right the way through from now through to autumn. It won't get to its full size in the first year, but by this time next year, it'll get to its maximum size. And for many, many years to come, it'll make your dad sort of chuckle and smile and, and feel loved if he's around still. Or say if your dad isn't with you anymore and you just want a beautiful rose, just to remind you of him every time that comes around. You could plant it for that reason as well, or you might just want a stunningly beautiful red rose.
Absolutely.
End of. So, you decide.
£21.24 then, and remember it's also gift wrapped, and there is normally an extra cost for the gift wrapping, and of course it's no postage to pay because you're shopping here on YGTV, and of course that price includes your 15% discount for being a club member. This is the best way to shop with us on YouGarden. Honestly, this is where I think you find you get the best discounts. 790323 is the item number. If you fancy another gift for Dad or somebody else, obviously we are talking about Father's Day, we've got the wonderful hanging baskets as well. These are the Patriot hanging baskets, pre-planted with the Sophinia petunias. And these are the red, white and blue, hence why they're called the patriotic petunias.
Purple.
It is a bit more purple than it is blue, admittedly. But it gives that look, doesn't it, of the red, white and blue. And listen, the World Cup kicks off tonight, doesn't it? I think it's the opening ceremony this evening. So, yes, get your flags out, but also, why not put some hanging baskets out? Yeah,
because I say it all the time, there's thousands of hanging basket brackets, really lonely at the moment. And some are new, some have got little plastic rusting off of them already, some have got dog poo bags hanging off of them, or string, or dog leads. Well, do what they were meant to do. Hang one of these on there. Make it look beautiful. The weather is going to change. How about when you've got a barbecue and people come round? They don't be looking at a bare, rusty old hanging basket bracket. Put a couple of these on there. Cheer the garden up. They're going to keep flowering all the way through till autumn. Feed, deadhead, keep them watered. You don't have to overly water either. Petunias are quite happy being on the drier side. And the purple one I noticed is actually...
It's nicely fragrant, isn't it?
Really, really sweetly fragranced. And what you see is what you get. So you get them home, you open the box. I think, did you make a video earlier today? We made it
yesterday.
Yeah.
Have you posted it?
Well, I didn't make it. Somebody else must have made it. But because these are packaged beautifully. So
they really are. Yeah. Honestly, the hanging basket packaging is really well thought out, so it arrives to you in
pristine,
just gorgeous condition.
Yeah.
Now, you can see the pots on these, but obviously these are the trailing Sophinia petunias, the best petunias, and within a few weeks, you won't even be able to see that pot anymore. Around the side here, you can see that there is a bit that's starting to trail, and that's exactly what's going to happen with this plant. All of these are going to trail and cover them, and it is the price for a pair. £25.48 is your discount club price. So that's the price for 2 of the 35 centimetre baskets. We're going to move up. Make sure you've used your code, please. YGTV2426, the item number. Jake, could you please check the electric blue Penstemon? Because Marissa is telling me it's saying that it is out of stock and she would like to get it for Derek. We're going to double check that for you. Thanks for the heads up, Marissa. We'll take a quick look. All right, next up we have got the Fragrant Magnolia collection for you. And here, I love this collection. It's where you're going to get 3 absolute stunning varieties. You're going to need a little bit of space for them, but they are great, aren't they?
They are. I mean, magnolias are stunning, but I hear you say, why would I bother buying 3 magnolias in June? They don't flower till springtime.
Well, you've got to get them in now.
That's the exact reason, isn't it?
Can't wait till spring.
Because I remember, Bex, not so many months back, we were talking about magnolia envy, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like, because you do that thing every year where you drive around, you see all the magnolias flowering, and then you say to your other half, how many years have I said I'm going to get a flipping magnolia? And every year I'm looking at Joyce's down the road. Hers is beautiful, flowers brilliantly every year, looks gorgeous. I haven't got one. Well, you can correct that now, and you can get in early on the act. Get this in, get it established. It'll get through, all 3 of these will get through the winter. They're very, very hardy. They can grow in acid soil, slightly alkaline or neutral soils. You could grow them in pots and containers if you wanted to as well. And they come in these 3 9-centimetre pots, what we call P9s. Excuse my inelegant way of lifting it up. I'll whip it out and show you. It's got a beautiful root system, as always. All our plants come with that fantastic root system. And there's every chance that you'll get a few odd flowers on these next year, because magnolias do start flowering as quite young plants. But you've got 3 fabulous colours there. You've got fragrance, you've got hardiness. The leaves turn yellow in the autumn. They'll take all the minuses during the winter time. There you can see, look at that beautiful pink one with those big tulip-like flowers. The Sulangiana type, Susan, is a really well-known one. It's a stunner of a magnolia. And they bring in the early pollinators as well. Of course, they flower at a similar time, just pretty much after the daffodils are just coming to their peak, but also they can run into when the tulips are flowering as well at the same time. And you can have these as central feature plants in your lawn. I've quite often see people have these as a central feature plant in their front garden. And then you see all the lovely sort of forget-me-nots underneath and wallflowers. They really are kind of harbingers of spring. They kind of welcome the garden into springtime with all the blossom, fragrance. They're hardy, easy to grow, and you can get 3 of those beauties. And that club discount price there, £16.97 for 3 gorgeous plants like that. So don't be kind of Mr. or Mrs. like envy next year when it comes to magnolias. Be kind of Mr. or Mrs. boastful. Yeah. And like say, I've got one. Yeah, I've got 3 and they're gorgeous.
And they're so different from each other as well that you really will appreciate having all 3 of them. Stellata stays a bit more compact. Solangiana gets a bit bigger. Susan is sort of the mid-range of the 2. So you've got some really beautiful varieties and colour variations within there as well. 510013 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. Oh, my word, you can double up. Whoa, okay, you're going to have a bit of space if you want to double up, but hey, you might have a big garden, which is brilliant. You can have loads of magnolia in your garden then. If you want to double up, please go for it. Add 2 lots into your basket. It's double up for, £15 more, which, bear in mind, you will still get your 15% discount by being a club member as well. Make sure you're using the code YGTV2426. Let's go on to the next one on our favourites table then. We have got the beautiful Papaver, the poppy, and this one is I think this one's one of the most stunning ones. It's called Checkers, and you have got some really beautiful white petals, but then the contrast with this dark centre, very characteristic dark splotches that you have in the centre of a poppy. Yeah. It's mesmerising when you look into a poppy, isn't it?
And there's something classic, Bex, as well about white flowers. They really do kind of bring the garden to life, especially when you've got lots of other colours. Sometimes if you have lots of pinks and purples, it can kind of just run into itself a little bit and look like a kind of just a, I don't know, trying to describe it really, a bit confusing. But if you put little pops of white in, then it just gives you those sort of beautiful little punctuation marks in the beds and borders. This is super, super tough, this plant. Really, 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 really hardy. They flower a couple of times a year. They have their main flowering period about now, and I've seen some stonking beautiful oriental poppies flowering as I've been driving around. They flower for a good 3 or 4 weeks. Flowers popping up day after day. If you trim them back after they're flowered, give them a good feed and the water, quite often they'll have a second flush of flower for you a little later in the season. But if you want to get the best from these, full sun, excuse me, and really, really super well-drained soil. Yeah. That is where they thrive. They hate shade and they do not like wet ground. And they will grow in quite poor soil as well, gravelly, stony, all those kind of soils, providing, as I say, they've got lots and lots of sun and they're not sitting too wet. And that could be in a pot or in the ground, and they will come back year after year and they'll form bigger clumps as time goes by. You can even lift and divide them eventually as well if you want to.
Gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I was saying last week, wasn't I, that I drove past a house on the way here and they have done a poppy planting scheme. I mean, it is phenomenal. It is absolutely amazing. They have got like probably 30 different types of poppy growing there, all different colours, and it looks absolutely magical. You can create it in your own garden. 560862, the item number, and you can double up, so you could get 6 of those pots if you want to. And that is double up for a £5. Was it double up for a £5 on the other one as well? And I was doing it wrong. Anyway, it's double up for £5. £5 more to get 3 more pots.
So 6.
Have we lost our mind?
6 of those plants
for 1997, and then take
15% off.
It was the same with the magnolia. That was double up for a £5 as well. That's crazy pricing. Seriously, 3 pots for £5 more. That's brilliant.
Before we move off these, I'll just whip one out of the pot to show you how beautiful they are as well, because the root system on these is solid. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, they're dark roots, but they are really, really
Oh, you can
strong.
see 'em.
Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful plants there. And they will probably flower for you this year because these have got really thick stems in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'll be very surprised if you didn't get the odd flower this year in 2026.
All right, 560862 is the item number. That is the Checkers Poppy. If you'd like to get that, and if you do want to double up, make sure you put 2 lots into your basket. Marissa, I'm so sorry, the Penstamen has sold out. It looks like we were very busy on the website or wherever this morning, and we had not seen that had sold out before we went live this morning. So massive apologies. Didn't mean to show you something that's not available. If you were looking for it, keep an eye out. We might get that back in. You never know. Sorry, though. Right, let's move on. We have got the Nepeta for you. This is Nepeta Neptune. This has got a lovely fragrance to it, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. The foliage has got good fragrance. I've got this one in my own garden. So it's very different because when we talk about Nepeta normally, we think about the catmint, like the Six Hills Giant and the Walker's Low, the ones that kind of hug the ground and are sort of very weed suppressing. This one is more upright. And if you're still looking for something a little bit blue and you're a bit disappointed about missing out on the Penstamen, this is a similar kind of blue colour.
Yeah.
It's not a million miles away. These are, again, a hardy herbaceous perennial. So that means they come back for you year after year. They die down in the autumn, but they will all... Oh, this don't want to come out the pot. Look at that. I mean, as always, an absolutely divine root system on ours. These will flower this year as well. Already, I mean, they've been trimmed back once. They've already had a little bit of a Chelsea chop. But the new shoots already got flowers on, and you can see, look, actually flowering some of them.
Yeah.
Full sun or part sun, beds and borders, pots and containers. Let's whip a leaf off.
It's a lovely scent.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of liquishy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And,
I love it.
I like it as well. I think probably the newer leaves are probably the best ones.
It's zesty, honestly.
It is,
It's like licorice mint. It's gorgeous.
And they will form a really nice clump. So one of these plants eventually, after a couple of years, will form a clump about this wide. They're only about this kind of tall. It's about 18 inches, kind of something like that height-wise. You get these flower spikes that go on for week after week after week. And if you deadhead the main flower spike, they'll send up some little side shoots and they'll keep this repeat flowering going for you. You can grow it in the pot or the ground. As I said a minute ago, open sunny position, but part sun, doesn't have to be in sun all day long. Moisture retentive soil. If you want pollinators, they'll be buzzing about these Nepeta all day long. And look at it. It's another one that's a proper nice blue colour for you as well.
Gorgeous one. Double up again. Doing lots of double ups lately. I love it. It means you can fill your gardens. 561165. So you can get 6 of those 9 centimetre pots. It's double up for £10 more, which means it's £8.50 in the club. So it's less than £3 per pot on the double up items that you're putting into your basket. 561165, the item number. If you're taking a note of those, make your list and then you can go and check out. Of course, you can check out as many times as you like, as long as you're using the code, because it's free postage, remember. So it makes no difference if you check out 4 times. There's nothing extra to pay. Right, let's move on to the final one on the table here. We have got the Strawberry Sweet Colossus plug plants for you. And it's a pack of 12.
It is, but I'm going to put this to you, Bex.
Yep.
Surely you know when you grow fruit really big and chunky,
Yeah.
they go tough.
It's
They
not
lose
true.
their flavour, don't they?
It's not true with this one.
And that's what's so brilliant about it.
It's not true, and I know this because I have actually grown them for myself for the first time this year, and I ate my first one the other day.
Right.
And I was, obviously we've talked about them before and said, no, they stay nice and juicy and sweet all the way through, and that's the information that we know, but I have now grown them myself, got a nice big chunky strawberry, bit into it, and it was red and sweet and juicy all the way through. So I can say from experience now, they stay nice and sweet and juicy. We're going to change the details on the screen, so you've got the Strawberry Colossus.
And that's the great thing about it as well with these. I mean, they can actually get, each individual fruit can get to 40 grams, which is massive. And almost the size of really small hen's eggs. And as Bex said, I mean, Bex has tried them for herself. So if you're a bit sceptical, you might think, yeah, I've bought those big strawberries from the supermarket, and in the middle they're kind of white and they're crunchy, and I need to put half a ton of silver spoon sugar on them to sweeten them up. These you won't, because these will ripen right the way through the middle. And look at the quality of the plants that's coming out to you. Beautiful, stunning plug plants there. I would be very, very surprised if you didn't get your first crop of strawberries this year, because strawberries are one of the few fruits that we pretty much confidently say you will get fruit in season 1, because they're very keen to flower. These, get them home, plant them up. Probably within a couple of 2 or 3 weeks, you'll see your first flower spike. And I wouldn't be surprised if come sort of end of June, July, you might get your first little sort of crop of strawberries. Yeah. But they're not an ever-bearer type, this one. So they're not going to keep fruiting month after month after month. They have their kind of set season. But I tell you what, I mean, during that set season, they really do make an impression, because you're not getting just loads and loads of smaller strawberries. You're getting whoppers that are sweet, juicy. Get your children, your grandchildren to grow these, and they'll fall in love with these fruit, I promise you.
And remember, they are winter hardy perennial plants, so you'll get them for many years in your garden, and you can create your own new ones from the runners that the plants create as well. Dead easy to grow. Feed them water and put them somewhere sunny. 320074, the item number, and you'll get 12 of those gorgeous jumbo strawberry colossus plug plants. Make sure you're using that code though, please. YGTV 2426, the item number on that particular one. Go to YouGarden.com to place your orders. Everything you need is on there, and the phone lines are open as well if you would like to place your order by phone. Apparently we're going to look at the fuchsia collection for you. Are we doing that as a preview? Okay, Jake, you said we thought it was over on the table, sorry, and we were like, no, it's not there. Right, here is the fuchsia hardy collection for you. We have got a double up deal on these ones as well. So it's a pack of 6, and you're going to get 6 individual different varieties. But of course, if you double up, we will obviously double up on the varieties. So you'll get 12 beautiful plants. Now, I love fuchsias. They give you some really beautiful flowers. The pollinators absolutely adore them. And these are the hardy shrubs, not your hanging basket ones. They will ultimately and eventually grow to sort of 3 feet in height. They will produce masses of flowers as long as you do these 3 things. Put them in a part shade position. Feed them regularly, they're hungry plants, and keep them regularly watered. They like that. 510262, the item number if you would like to go for those. I mean, come on, double up for £10. This one's great, okay? So you're doubling up for £10 more, or £8.50 in the club. But remember, that's for 6 plants, 6 extra plants. So £8.50 for 6 fabulously hardy fuchsias. That's amazing. One of my favourites coming up next, we have got the Polemonium, the Bressingham Purple, which is a really beautiful plant, also known as Jacob's Ladder. I really adore this one. It's such a pretty one, really eye-catching. Whenever this is in flower on the nursery, it's the one I'm always drawn to. I think it's stunning. 561253, double up available for you on that one. So you could have 6 of those pots in your garden ready to be planted out and give you all their gorgeous flowers. 561253, the item number. And of course, we haven't talked about the compost yet. If you need some more, we got it. So this is the, I like this, the Premium Professional Compost Combo Pack. And this is where you're going to get the 110 litres of compost and the 100 grams of our Blooming Fast soluble fertiliser. So a little bit more compost than we normally do, and we're including that fertiliser in there as well. 5 grams per 5 litres of water. So you're getting quite a few feeds from that particular little pack. £23.79 as well, absolutely brilliant. Right, 100208, the item number for that particular combination. Okay, we're bringing you over to the other table now, and here's one we haven't talked about for quite a while, the beautiful Lobelia Queen Victoria. Stunning dark foliage on this one. Red
foliage and pure braid, dark flowers as well. Really incredible plant, this one. Let's whip it out the pot.
Whip it out.
Look at that, every time. Fantastic root system. We don't just put some little, pro plug or little tiny plug in there and just like leave it for 2 weeks and then send it out. So we grow them on in our Premium Professional Compost. We feed them, we water them, we nurture them, we talk to them, we love them. We pick and pack them, we send them out to you so you can get them growing in your garden. I would be really surprised if they didn't flower this year. They've already got like flower stems developing. And this is a plant that likes a moist situation. It's not for dry gardens. It's a good marginal plant. You can actually plant this in that area around a pond. Sometimes if you've got that little boggy area, not submerged in the water, not in the dry part, but in that little boggy bit, that's where they do well. They come back year after year. Great big spikes of deep red flowers contrasting against that dark coloured foliage. Sunny position, part sun, beds and borders, pots and containers. Just one thing I would say about this one though, get yourself some stroach. Because when these are small, when they first come through, slugs and snails do like to nibble on them a little bit. But other than that, they really do make the most amazing impression in your garden.
Do. There's a little bungalow just around the corner from where I live. They've got a gravel bit out the front. They've got a standard rose there, but they've got a lobelia Queen Victoria, and it comes back every single year. And every single year, I am absolutely blown away by it. Right now, it's doing this. It's got all that luscious dark foliage, and then those topped flowers, those bright red flowers that top that gorgeous dark foliage is amazing. Now you can double up on these as well. So double up for a £5. Lovely. So 3 more pots are just going to cost you a £5. That's 6 of them in total. Put 2 lots in your basket. Use the code YGTV2426 and you will get one heck of a deal there. 560860, the item number for that one.
I've just had a thought, Bex.
Careful.
If you want, could be dangerous. 2 of those brain cells firing at the same time. Just because we've got the World Cup this year, if you want to kind of create like a bit of a patriotic World Cup look in your garden, you could go for the white poppy.
Yeah.
You could go for the blue Nupita even, and you could go for the red Queen Victoria.
Why not? Love it.
That'd be good.
Red, white, and blue colour theme in your garden.
Well, got your red, white, and blue from your perennials, and you'll have that every year as well. So when we win the World Cup this year, you'll be able to remember that.
Yeah.
Every year.
All right, let's move on, shall we? That's a beautiful one. Some really cracking deals on today's YGTV show. We've got the gorgeous Cosmos Cherry Chocolate here. Now, this is, it's visually very beautiful, but it's called chocolate for a very special reason.
Well, it's meant to smell of chocolate, isn't it?
It's got a little hint of it. I can smell it. Smell that flower. There's a flower at the front pot.
Well,
honestly, I had a little sniff myself this morning, and I could smell the hint of chocolate.
It's on that one. I've got these. I started these off as plug plants from YouGarden.
Right.
And they're doing really well. And they've not opened yet, but they're full of fantastic buds. Right, here we go then. Oh yeah, I'll take it back.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's faint, but yeah.
It's got that chocolatey whiff. And the thing is, you're going to get loads of beautiful flowers on here.
Smells like chocolate.
It's just one flower. Imagine this when you've got multiples of those flowers on there.
I don't have to imagine it, Bex.
No, you're going to have it in your garden.
I've got 6 of them in my garden, growing in one little area.
Well, you can have 6 of them in your garden as well, because we've got a double-up deal on this one for you.
And it's another perennial. So I've planted mine in a really lovely, well-drained position. Part sun, mine, and they're doing well. They get sun from about 2 o'clock through to 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. They're growing really, really well. Look at the bees. This is a really good plant.
Yeah, it's a great one for pollinators.
All these daisy-like flowers are just amazing for hoverflies, lacewings, sort of the bees, the butterflies. Pots and containers, beds and borders, and Cosmos, just like the annual Cosmos, these keep flowering. They flower. Keep chopping the dead heads off, though. So once the flower stem's finished, take it down to just above a set of leaves, clip it off, and they'll just keep pushing those flowers out for you all the way through the summer, heading into autumn. And providing they've got that good drainage during the winter time, they'll come back for you for many, many years to come.
There you go, 561326, the item number on that one then. Yes, double up available if you would like to do that. Make sure you're putting 2 lots into your basket so you can take advantage of all those double up deals we have for you. Now, we've got a couple of options when it comes to gerberas next. Starting off with the sunshapers. This is the newest variety of gerbera, and these are pretty tough, pretty resilient, but I think these are the visually most amazing ones.
Yeah, you've got those like concentric rings of colour that go around the edge of the flowers there. Oh, goodness me, how did they get so much colour in each individual flower? And the difference between one flower and another is unbelievable. Some of them got that solid colour, some of them, I don't even know how to describe them really, like a kaleidoscope of colour.
It's beautiful.
They are very, very impactful plants, these. Make great cut flowers as well. They love a sunny position, beds and borders, pots and containers. They're hardy down to about -6, we say, these particular ones. But you can increase that hardiness by making sure they've got good drainage. Now, I'm going to be right up front with you, even having been a professional gardener for 40 years. Last year, I planted about 20 of these in a part of my garden that was really sunny during the summer, and they did really, really well. Not one single one has come up this spring.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you why. Because that bit of garden sat waterlogged all the way through the winter, and I didn't realise how, because it was the new bit of garden we got, didn't realise how wet it would sit. It was like that part of the garden where the edge of the lawn where it meets the soil, there was always a little gully of water, and they rotted off. It wasn't the cold, it was the wet. So if you can find that sunny but well-drained spot, They will come back year after year. My mum has grown these in a window box, and they've come back 4 or 5 years running, and she loves them. Happy flowers for month after month after month. And just like we were saying about the cosmos, chop the dead flower off once it's finished, down to the base, water them and feed them, especially if they're in pots or containers. Enjoy the pollinating insects, enjoy those beautiful flowers, and cut yourself some and take them indoors. Because you've had bouquets delivered, gerberas are very popular now as cut flowers as well as garden flowers.
Long lasting, that's the beautiful thing about gerberas, actually. They do last a long time as a cut flower. I was growing, this collection, but I was growing the gerberas in my garden. I had them for I think it was about 4 years, and then it was a really harsh winter, and I think that knocked them off, but they were absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you can find the sweet spot for them.
Yeah, perfect.
And pots and containers are good because the drainage is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I would suggest during the winter time, if they're in pots, put the pots up against the south or west facing wall of your house where it's a bit sheltered and you've got the eaves of the house sort of keeping them a bit on the drier side. And just leave all the foliage on top. Don't chop all the foliage away, just leave it. And then next spring, you'll see new little shoots coming up from the base, and you'll get the joy of all these flowers again for many months, all the way through summer.
All right, so that's the 3 9cm pots that you've got with the Sunshaper collection. You can double up and you can get 6, so you'll get 2 each of 3 colours, 450262. But we've also got the Beautiful Sweet series. Now, this is the one that you might have seen us show you, for the last couple of years. This is the one that I had in my garden, and I adore them. I think they are so pretty. As Adam said, really bright, happy flowers.
Yeah, and such a lovely, lovely range of colours.
I love that one.
That's a stunner, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, just the mix of colours, Bex, on these, almost looking a little bit like a chrysanthemum flower as well. But I have seen various articles say that these can go down to -10 to -12 degrees centigrade as well in those ideal positions. So years ago, when I started out in gardening, the idea of a hardy gerbera was for the birds. It really was. But now, in that sweet spot, as I mentioned a moment ago, either type of this gerbera you can grow. So you just decide which type you like, or if you can't make up your mind, treat yourself to both.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, these are the ones that are going to come to you in the 7cm pot. So these ones, that one's trying to get over there, you.
Tried to get in on the act. Let's get this board out of the way so I can reach these.
These are the ones that come in the 7cm pot, so they're just not grown on quite as far as the Sunshaper ones. But seriously, don't worry about that, because these grow very, very quickly. And you will get flowers this year, absolutely. I'm just looking to see if I can see any little flower stalks coming up. I can't. Oh, those might be flower stalks in there, actually.
Yeah, I think there's some coming back.
They'll be coming soon, I promise you. You will get flowers on those this year. 561198 is the item number of the Garvinia Sweet Bright collection. You can double up as well if you would like to there. So it would be 2 each of the 3 different colours if you want to do that on the double up deal. Right, next up, we've got the Alstroemeria, and this is the summer collection that we got for you. Check out the size of those plants and the roots on there as well, because those are chunky babies.
They are chunky babies. Is that flower buds I'm spying on the top as well?
Yeah, probably.
So look at that.
Yes,
so you're going to get flowers on these. I mean, we're not going to say 100%, but
it's tiny, but yes.
You're going to get flowers on these this year, which is great. And Alstroemerias are tough, tough plants. They come back year after year, full sun or part sun. There's some in a bit of garden on my drive, next to my drive. Between me and a neighbour next door, there's a square flower bed. We've got the Indian summer in there, and every year since I've lived there for 7 years, they come back every spring. They've already been flowering for a couple of weeks, and I kid you not, and I'm not making this up, they will keep flowering all the way through to November, till finally the really harsh frost kind of knocks them down. They tend to have a little bit of a relax midsummer, and then they send out loads more new shoots, and they just keep that flowering going. And like the gerberas, these also make awesome cut flowers, good ground cover. They suppress the weeds. They will spread and cover areas very, very quickly, full sun or part sun. And once they're established, they're really good for those very dry, sandy, gravelly sorts of soils. But they also make really good container plants as well.
Skylar's already ordered these, and those purple alstroemeria are taunting me. 480754, the item number. If you'd like to go for those, you can double up here as well. So obviously you're going to get the 3 jumbo plug plants, as you can see here, and really big, healthy, chunky roots that we're looking at. Gorgeous plants, absolutely raring to grow, but you could double up and get 2 packs. That's 6 of those in total. Double up for £10 more or £8.50 if you're a club member. Make sure you're using your code to get your free postage as well, please, as well as those wonderful savings. Right, let's jump into the emails. Let me see who's emailed so far. No new emails, so let's have a word with Dingo. Good afternoon, Dingo. How are you? He's normally watching on Facebook, I think. Hello, Dingo, if you're there. He says, hi all, just to say I'm well chuffed with the Dryopterus ferns I bought from you. That was when we had the Copper Shield fern. It was particularly big, wasn't it?
Humongous, weren't they, those ones?
He says bargain. And the delivery of the 30 pots I ordered and used, pics of the fern and some of the planted up pots. Cheers, Dingo. Load. Okay, so here are some of the pots all planted up.
I'm loving it.
And it's just some of the pots as well, because he's planted those up with all sorts going on in there. Looking brilliant. Those are going to look absolutely fantastic, Dingo. They're looking really good now.
And you've got all strolchy as well. You've got all strolchy.
Got his all strolching. And let's have a look, please. I really want to look at the Dryopterus. I love this. Yeah, look at those.
That's looking nice. Yeah.
They were a great size. They're not normally, I mean, obviously they do get big, but we don't normally sell them that big.
No, I saw the new batch in there the other day, and they're only about
normal size.
Yeah, about half the size of those. So yeah, you were lucky to get in on those because they were really good value.
They were amazing
for money being that big.
Love that. And Neil. Okay, so Neil is saying, hi Bex Adam team, I've been growing my cucumber on the back bedroom windowsill, finally potted them up into the tower pots which arrived yesterday. They already have a few small cucumbers on them. Time for the silly questions. Never a silly question, Neil. How big do the cucumbers grow, and how do I know when the cucumbers are ripe enough to be picked and safe to eat?
If you went for quick snack, they're only about 6 to 7 centimetres long, and the other one, was it Piccolino?
Yeah, Piccolino.
Piccolino, they're a little bit longer.
But not like a massive cucumber.
Yeah, but not like a normal cucumber. So in any case, don't pick either of them longer than that, because the smaller you pick them, the sweeter they are. So yeah, quick snack, they only get about that big, and that's what they call quick snacks. It's just bite, and they're lovely. And the other ones, pick them about that size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell by squeezing or anything, can you,
No,
really?
not really. I mean, sometimes if you grow cucumbers a little bit too long, they can start to kind of, the flesh starts to look a little bit coarse and a bit ridged, and they go start to go a bit of a yellow colour.
Yeah.
But my advice is always pick them when they're younger. I mean, I've got cucumbers. I've already picked my first 2 or 3 cucumbers in my greenhouse. And if you pick them younger as well, it just keeps encouraging more to arrive. Because they're self-fertile, don't even need to worry about pollinating them.
There you go. So there's Neil's kitchen where he's been potting up. Got the newspaper down. Well done, Neil. Don't want to make too much of a mess. They're all in his tower pots for him. He sent a few more pictures as well, so we can have a look, see what he sent us. Load. Yeah,
hey, coming on good already.
There's the cucumber starting. Been growing. He's growing them on his windowsill. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And there's a cucumber there already. Love it. One more. Oh no, 2 more pictures. Hang on. Let's see what else he sent us. Look at that cucumber. I'd pick that. Is that too small? It's probably too small.
If it's about sort of 6, 7, 8 centimetres tall, yeah, you could harvest it.
I'd probably pick it and try it and see.
Yeah, and when you put those outside, Neil, those cucumbers, introduce them to the sunlight gradually.
Yeah.
Those cucumbers, because they've been indoors, but they wouldn't have been used to the full-on light. So put them outside in a dappled shade spot to start with, and then introduce them gradually. And in a couple of weeks' time, they can go out in the kind of the more full sun position. Yeah,
well done, Neil. Skylar says well done as well. 1874 villain. No, I'm not going to do it. Going to order some passion flowers, especially the blue one. Can they be kept in pots?
Absolutely.
Yes, they can. I put mine into my tower pot.
Yeah.
So they can definitely be kept in pots, no problem at all. Suzanne's popped in as... Hang on. Hello, Suzanne. Hi, all. 1874 villain. Are you Suzanne? I'm wondering.
Is that right?
Yeah, Peter, I'm so sorry. The Penstemon Electric Blue isn't in stock. Apologies. It's been really busy and it sold out it must have been before we went live, so I'm very, very sorry. Okay. I think I've caught up with the chat anyway. If you've got any questions, by all means, send them in, please, either in the chat on Facebook or YouTube, or the email addresses at the bottom of the screen, and you're welcome to send us any pictures of your garden. Although, who was it who just said it's too wet for me to go taking pictures today? Sorry. Fair enough. I appreciate you can't get outside to take pictures in this kind of rain. Right, let's just remind you of some of the items that we have seen. We have got the lovely Rose Special Dad in honour of Father's Day coming up. So if you need a gift for Dad, yes, we've got those for you. If you want something in memory of Dad, because obviously, you know, not everybody's dad is still with us, then this would be a beautiful rose. Or if you're just in the market for a fantastic rose at an amazing price, this is our Rose of the Week at £21.24. 790323 is the item number. We've got the Patriotic Petunia hanging baskets. This could be a wonderful gift for somebody as well. These are the red, white and blue Sophinia petunias. So these are the ones that are going to tumble and trail magnificently, and they're dead easy to look after. So sunny spot, water them, feed them, deadhead them, and that will keep those flowering for you all the way through the summer and give you some really magnificent trails. 450214, and it is for a pair. You will get 2 of those. Next up, we've got the Prunus, which is the almond tree. Amazing, look at this. How cool would this be in spring to have that growing in your garden? Fantastic blossom on bare branches, beautiful foliage. Then you will see those fruits appearing as what fruits? They're nuts, but you know what I mean anyway. You'll get excuse me, you can crack your own nuts later on, normally cropping around August time. And it gives you a really fiery display of the foliage in autumn when it drops its leaves. It will grow big, so bear that one in mind. It is a proper tree size. 300296 is the item number. Now, something we've got coming up in a little while is the gorgeous Duo Pear. So this is 2 varieties of pear grown on 1 rootstock. So you've got the Conference, the most popular, and we've also got Louise Bon of Jersey. Now, these have been grown on the same rootstock because these are 2 that work really nicely together. So it's carefully selected varieties that will, you know, grow happily in the same sort of space. 300148 the item number, and these are very much space-saving ideas. 2 varieties, 1 tree, and they can be container grown as well. £18.69 is the price. Also coming up later is the Agapanthus Fireworks, but this is not the 9cm ones. This is the 3-litre pot. So this is the one that's already beautifully established. And the one that we've got in the potting sheds has got 2 flower spikes on it. I love the Fireworks Agapanthus. I love Agapanthus anyway. I think they're really magnificent flowers. But this one, I think the colour combination with the deep sort of purple coloured throat and then those lighter coloured petals is what makes it really very visually beautiful. 561209, the item number on the Agapanthus Fireworks in the 3-litre pot, saving £7, but you must use the code YGTV2426 to get your saving and your free postage as well. Coming up next, or in a little while, we have got the Rudbeckia. That's my garden. Now, I love Rudbeckia. I think it's an absolute phenomenal plant. Beautiful flowers, gradually grows clumps over the years. It gets bigger and better. Pollinators adore it. It's a herbaceous perennial, comes back reliably every single year. Mine's growing in a part shade position and does beautifully, but could be grown in a full sun position as well if you want to. 560076 is the item number, and you can double up on this one if you want to. So you could get 6 of those 9cm pots happily just by putting 2 lots into your basket, and you'll get your free postage as well. Right, what we are going to remind you of is the fact that there are 2 prices on screen, and we always want to pay the lowest price. That is to do with the club, and it's very quick, simple and easy to join.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
There you go. That club is an absolutely fantastic thing to join if you want to save the most amount of money. All the details are there, and you can join on your first order today and start saving today as well. Now, it's my favourite part of the show. We're going to talk about some beautiful acers. You know how much I love acers. They're a fantastic plant for the garden, aren't they?
They are, and these are what you call
Proper acers.
Because you've got the really gorgeous dissected leaves. So Ukigumo, great name.
I love this plant. Look at all the colours on those leaves.
But, I mean, even the leaves are different. It's like they've grafted 2 different plants onto one, because the leaves here, Bex, look, are quite big.
Yeah.
And yet these ones are really small and super dissected. So you're getting different leaf size, different leaf colours, and they've changed since I saw them a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago, they were all this kind of almost like spider's web sort of colouring on there. But now,
look at the stem on there as well.
I mean, you've got pinks, you've got oranges, you've got greens, you've got all that sort of mottled look on there. Quite a fast-growing one, this one. All this growth here is pretty much what it's done this season already.
Yeah.
So I think this one will get to about 2 to 3 metres tall eventually. See, that's what Jake's shown you there. That's how I saw them a few weeks ago, and I thought, wow, I thought they might stay like that, but they've already transitioned, but not the whole plant, to all those other colours as well. So you've got this multitude of colours on one plant. It's got this lovely kind of weeping habit, branching, arching habit. As you see there, it's very happy in a pot or a container. Of course, you can plant it in the ground as well. Very, very hardy during the winter time. It will take all the minuses temperature-wise. So don't worry about the cold. And the stems even look nice in winter time, because you can see the new stems up here have got a lovely reddish colour to them. So even when the leaves are gone, you've got the reds, the greens, that really interesting sort of bark coloration on there. Next spring, they'll come back into leaf, and they're like chameleons, they just keep changing colour all the time. Just a few things, this applies to both the garnet and the Ukigumo. Dappled shade, shelter position, they don't like lots of wind because it sort of dries out the leaves, and a moisture retentive soil, and that can be in a pot or in the ground. You decide. They're happy in both. They haven't got any particular preference.
I adore them. I just think they're fantastic. The Ukigumo is not one I've got in my collection, but I'm definitely thinking I need to add it if I can find a space for it. That is a stunning one. 511521, the item number. Please just check out the saving and the price on this. £12 saving, bringing this price down to £23.79, and this is very much indicative of what you would be receiving. And if you know the prices of acers, you'll know that that's a really good price. And bear in mind, it's a delivered price as well, as long as you use the code. So you get your saving and you'll get your free postage as well. £23.79 for a beautifully established plant of that size, I think is phenomenal. Right, we're going to move on. Quick, let's get to mine.
Garnet. Go on, you take over.
This is the stunning Acer Garnet. Have you got this one?
I had it delivered today.
Oh, yes, you said,
yeah, I've got
didn't
one
you?
today. Yeah, finally. I've seen it in customers' gardens, and I've always wanted one. So, yeah, I've got one delivered from YouGarden this morning.
I have linked up my phone, so here you go. This, by the way, is the beautiful foliage of my Acer Garnet. That's just a view from the top, but I just want to scroll across here. There's my Arthur Bell Rose. I tell you what, it's bigger than this. I need to do some new footage of this because I think this was last year's footage that I've got here. I mean, it can get so much bigger than this as well. It can get to, I would say, probably a good meter 20 height, but it'll actually spread wider than it does tall, and you can really see that. Hang on, let me scroll the other way. From the footage that I'm showing you here, it gets much wider. It has this lovely arching growth to it. Let me just scroll a little bit more because I really want to show you, if I can find it. Oh, Jake, come back a second so I can find the right video.
And
here it is.
You've got it in that dappled shade kind of position there as well.
It's the perfect spot.
Seems really happy there.
I just want to show you this because this is the colour of the leaves just before it drops the leaves. So you can see the difference from the burgundy colour that you get for the majority of the year, and then it's amazing just before it drops its leaves. It turns this really fiery red colour. I
mean, that's scarlet, isn't it? I mean, that is beautiful. I mean,
it's one of the most outstanding things in my garden.
It's such a good giver, isn't it? And also, what I like about them is even when the leaves have dropped off, they've got those really beautiful kind of structures to the stems, haven't they? You see them covered in a frost or a light fall of snow. They look absolutely remarkable. And they're tough because although when you look at them, the leaves look so delicate and they look so vulnerable, they are plants that will take those really big sort of minus temperatures during the winter times. So you don't need to fleece them or protect them or anything like that. Just always make sure of an Acer, though, that you keep the base of the stem free from any soil build-up. In fact, we quite often suggest you plant them on just a little bit of a dome and then grade the soil away from the base.
Yeah, see, I put stones around my pot, and it's more for an aesthetic value than anything else. And people have questioned me about it in the past because obviously you don't want to restrict the airflow around the stem. Now, mine was in and established, and it had grown really nicely before I added the stones. I wouldn't do it to a brand new plant, but also you can still do it, but just leave a little gap around the stem. I just think aesthetically it looks really pretty.
And also, Bex, the thing is with stones, they don't sit wet, do they?
No, very true.
They don't absorb the moisture all the time, whereas soil can sit around the stem permanently wet and damp, and that's what can cause the rot.
I love it. I would have another one. I got another one last year, so I'm growing that one on. The other one that I showed you is probably 8-9 years of age. And remember, Acers can live for decades. I mean, there's
centuries.
Acers, Acers that are hundreds of years old, aren't they?
There's some bonsai ones that are like literally hundreds of thousands of pounds to buy. Priceless almost.
I'd love one. Right, 510225. You can tell how much I love that one. I think that's really stunning. Let's take you over, though, to the compost. Now, I've planted all of my Acers into this compost. You might read that Acers like slightly acidic soil, and technically this is slightly into the acidic side, only very slightly. I've never mixed acidic soil in whenever I've planted an Acer. You are welcome to, and it's recommended. If you want to read up on it, you can do a 50-50 mix, but I never have, and I have wonderful success. So you've said the same.
I've seen Acers in 40 years. I've seen Acers growing in all sorts of different gardens in all different parts of the country. Acid soil, slightly alkaline soil, neutral soil, and they will do very, very well. Yeah.
Well, this is the compost that you need for the majority of the plants that you're going to plant in your garden. I think it's just the citrus collection that we're going to be showing you in a little while that we've got on today that would be the exception to the rule here. Everything else that we've got on the YGTV show, this is the compost of choice.
It is, and goodness me, if you want a good root structure, this is the compost to go for. I've used this for years. I've used hundreds and hundreds of bags of this personally and for my customers as well, and it just creates just such kind of vigorous kind of growth for the plants. They really, really thrive on it. You get that brilliant root system, you get more fruit, more vegetables, more disease resistance. The most amazing thing I saw some years back was somebody who actually did a trial using daffodil bulbs. And they planted daffodils in soil improved with this, ordinary soil, and the results, even for daffodils. I mean, I didn't think you could ever make daffodils grow better than what they did because they just grow so easily anyway. Sean's using it here for potting on, topping up, starting off little seed cells there. I mean, if this could be springtime, you could put in your sweet corn, your runner beans, your peas, your sweet peas, or potting on little winter flowering perennials like you see there. I use it to improve the soil in my garden. I mean, I'm lucky. Despite all the rain we've had recently, I don't get puddles. And even the winter time, apart from where I put those stupid gerberas, which was probably the wettest part of the garden. My garden drains really, really well. In fact, too well during the summertime. So I dig loads of this into my sandy soil. Now it's holding on to the moisture, holding on to the nutrients. Slow release fertiliser in this, feeding your plants for up to 6 months. Composted wood fibre, which is why we always play and fiddle with it, because it just feels so light and airy. Smells fresh. Also, nice wetting agent in here as well. So if it ever dries out, you can hydrate it very, very quickly. There's a little bit of a peat content in here as well, holding on to the moisture for you, and it gets delivered to you. Look at that. Is that what we're doing today?
Yeah,
110 litres, and you're going to get 100 gram, don't know where that's gone,
I'll
but
find it.
You're going to get a 100 gram bag of our absolutely fabulous blooming fast fertiliser as well. All that delivered to your door, club discount price there, £23.79, which I think is absolutely bonkers. And you've never tried this before, ask other people in the chat. They'll tell you how brilliant this stuff is. And once you've used it, you will become what we call a compost
snob. Yeah,
absolutely.
I've talked about being a compost snob for ages.
You will be.
But you will. You'll become a compost snob, and it's really important that you do become a compost snob because everything starts at the roots.
It does.
And there's loads of other processes and biological processes that happen with plants and photosynthesizing and all the rest of it. But if it hasn't got good roots, how can it do any of those other things? So it's so important to use the best compost. 110 litres, 100 gram sachet of the best plant feed you'll ever have. £23.79 delivered price. I'm just going to pick the iPad up before we stand on it.
No shipping.
Yeah, no postage to pay here. Now, 100208 the item number, and you're going to use it on the majority of things in your garden. Plus, your houseplants can be absolutely amazing in it as well. Now, one other thing that we want to talk to you about is Strulch. A lot of you are converts to Strulch, but there are still a lot of people who need to be converted. Why do we need this?
Because it nails snails. That's the
Nails
thing about
them.
it. Doesn't kill them, just deters them. They don't like it. They've got wet, slimy undersides. They hate crawling across this stuff.
They do indeed.
So, this is why they absolutely kind of love it.
Yeah, and the thing
or
is,
not love it, I should say.
It's a thing for all seasons. This is the beautiful thing about this, because not only will it keep the slugs and snails away, but it'll keep moisture in the ground, it'll suppress weeds from growing, and it becomes a mulch for winter. So it gives your plants the winter protection that they need during the winter months. Lasts for up to 2 years, British made, adds nutrients into the soil, can create a beautiful texture there as well. 2 9-kilogram bags delivered to your door for £28.02. 100149 the item, and it looks neat and tidy as well. Looks pretty neat, doesn't it? All right, we want to talk to you about Illuminest and Illumiwell. And now we've planted these ones up. They're not going to arrive to you with the plants in. This is just a bit of a serving suggestion. But these are fantastic because you've got 2 things here, and it depends which one you choose. The Illuminest, the brown planter, which Adam is showing you there, that has a little nesting hole.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Tiny little native birds.
So you get like little wrens in there,
Yeah.
possibly sparrows, robins, even blue tits. All those little birds, they can nest in there. So you're giving them a lovely little home to nest in. But also, you can actually plant the top up. There's an insert that comes out that you can drop in. And by the way, you're thinking, oh, yeah, but when I water this, I'm going to drown all the birds, aren't I? And so you're not, because it's even got a little clever drainage channel at the base that drains the water out away from where the birds are nesting underneath.
Right, and it just slots over the top of your fence or over the...
the post.
The post.
Top of the post.
Couldn't remember the word. We can see all of this, by the way, in a little video we're going to show you. And also, there you go. You can see you've got a solar light and it's got different colours on it as well. But have a look at the video because it'll show you much more of the details in there. This is called the Illuminest. It is British made from recycled materials, but it's so much more than just a planter. What you've got on here is a beautiful solar light, a fantastic planting system that will sit on top of your fence panels or your fence posts. But what's even better is that it makes a perfect home for our garden friends, for the birds. There is a bird box incorporated into the design. First thing I want to show you is actually the planting trough here. Now this does lift out, so it makes it really easy to plant up, but also to clean or change over the designs seasonally. Another important feature is that there is drainage holes. There's one here and there's one on the other side. And as you'll see when we take that out, it drains out the back of the box, which means you're not getting water into the nesting area, which sits underneath that planting trough. And as you can see from the size of the hole here, we are actually attracting attracting smaller native British birds into the garden, because that's what we want. Another fantastic feature of the Illuminest is that there is a solar light included in the design. It comes with the rechargeable solar battery, and you have an option of lighting designs. So you could have rotating colours, or you could have a fixed white, and to change those over, all you do is flick the switch here. The Illuminest is available in 3 different colours, but we also have the IllumiWell, where the bird box has actually been replaced with a reservoir, which is then going to water your plants using a capillary action, meaning that you need to water your plants less frequently during those hot summer months. If you do like the look of the Illuminest or the IllumiWell, but you don't have a suitable fence to hang them from, you can actually go for the optional wall bracket, and that means you can put these anywhere you choose. I've planted mine up with a mixture of winter and spring bedding, some gorgeous colours, along with some evergreen Hedera ivy. So I have now planted up both of the Illuminest and the IllumiWell. They are available in 3 different colours, and all you've got to do is choose which one you'd like to go for. Is it the one that's got the built-in bird box, or maybe it's the one with the built-in reservoir? They both have the built-in solar light as part of the design, and they are sustainably manufactured using recycled materials here in the UK. So why not treat yourself to one or more of them? They are available from us now at YouGarden. They're really cute, aren't they? I really enjoyed filming that. We were in Stu's garden. It was way back as well. It was quite a chilly day, but I really enjoyed filming that, and they just look amazing. I think one would look great, but imagine having one of those on every fence post.
And I'd say a good thing about it, because sometimes if you live in certain areas, you have those big sort of predatory birds, don't you, that attack the little birds. Of course, in there...
They've made the holes right.
And also with all the foliage growing over the top, it kind of hides the little birds, doesn't it, from the magpies and the crows and all those kind of predators, and it looks great at night as well.
I love it. I love it, honestly. It's such a beautiful little system. And trailing plants. I like the idea of having some little trailing plants coming down as well. Any planting combinations you want to choose, by the way. You can do what you like in there. All right, that is a lovely gift idea. Father's Day, or whatever. Just a gift. How about a just because gift? Just because gifts. There should be more just because.
And how about if you've got a pig ugly fence, basically, and you just want to make it look nice?
Oi, Dad, your fence is ugly. Stick this on it.
Oi, ugly fence, I'm going to make you look nice.
All right, so hello to you all in the chat. I love how much you're chatting in here, but I do want to cover some of the questions. Skylar, is it burgundy only in the autumn or through the summer? You were talking about the Acer Garnet. It's burgundy through the summer. Is it burgundy only in the autumn or through the summer? It's burgundy through the summer months, and then it turns that lovely fiery red colour just before it drops its leaves in autumn. So it's a beautiful one right the way through from when it gives you its leaves in spring to when it drops its leaves in autumn. But that's the colour change.
How long roughly did the really beautiful autumn colour last?
I'm going to say 4 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
That video, I had a look as well. It was in October that I filmed.
Oh, that's nice. So it weren't just 2 or 3 days. It actually...
No. You definitely get some good length out of it. Right, so you're all chatting about where you shop, whether that's on the website or on YGTV. Love it. You shop where you feel you get the best offers or where you enjoy watching us the most. We're trying to do as many different platforms as we can, so that's fantastic. Okay, wasn't planning to buy, but I need this Acer, says Skylar. Love it, Skylar. Thank you so much. You won't regret it, honestly. 1874 Villain Aces are amazing. I started with one. Now I have so many. I bought an Acer Orange Dream last week. It's lovely, and the leaves are terrific. Tom says I had to snatch it up. It was buy 3, get 3 free, so picked up 2 lots. So you must be talking about something else. But, Gerbera. I think it was an introduction offer on the Gerbera in email. So you took advantage of one of the email offers. If you join the club, you will get email offers as well. Proud compost snob right here. magnolia, says Suzanne. Same, says Amanda. Strulch has saved my lupins and my dahlias, says Suzanne. How many bags would I need to strulch 2 plots? About 4 metres by 6 metres.
Well, we say roughly each bag covers about 3 square metres. So 4 by 6 would be 24. So you'd need about six. What's 3 into 24?
I
8.
don't know.
About 8 bags.
That feels like a lot.
So,
I can't do maths.
So the plot is 6 by 4, yeah? Yeah, 8
2
bags.
plots, about 4 by 6 metres.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's times 2 as well.
Yeah, because each bag covers, we say about 3 square metres. So
there you go.
Yeah, 3 into 24 is 8.
Good, I'm glad someone here can do the maths because I cannot. Jules loves the smell of strulch too. Do you know what? I think it's a bit of you either love it or you hate it.
Bit Marmite, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't mind it. My husband thinks it stinks. Now, if you hate the smell of strulch, don't panic. It does dissipate after a while. When you first open the bag, I think it's a lovely smell personally. But if you open it and think, that stinks, I don't want it in my garden, it does fade. The smell does fade.
I think it smells like whiskey barrels.
I like it.
I went to Dalwhinnie, like a distillery up in Scotland. When I walked in, I smelt the barrels there. I thought, oh, that smells like strulch.
Yeah, did you?
I did, yeah.
Amazing.
Honestly, the first thing that comes to mind.
They're a great invention. I love Just Because gifts. Yes, me too, Skylar. We don't have enough of those. Make Just Because a trending hashtag. Hashtag Just Because. Yeah, why not? We do have a bark mulch, by the way. The bark mulch is brilliant, and I love bark mulch. I personally think bark mulch is more attractive than strulch. That is my own personal opinion. However, bark mulch is not going to keep the slugs and the snails away. In fact, it can provide a home for the slugs and snails.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what purposes you are using your mulch for. I'm not saying you shouldn't get bark mulch. Bark mulch is phenomenal for so many things, but if it's because of a slug and snail problem, I would recommend getting strulch, not bark mulch. You would say the same, right?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, because I've seen slugs and snails' eggs in the bark.
They hide in there.
They do, yeah. But I tell you what, I've got a beautiful bark mulch path in my garden that
lovely.
I like. Yeah.
I was debating because I still haven't done my pathways around my raised planters, and I was debating bark mulch or gravel, and I think I'm going gravel.
Well, that's fine. Yeah.
It's just a choice, isn't it?
Gravel's a little bit cleaner underfoot in the wintertime, whereas the bark mulch can stick a bit if it's wet.
It's pretty, isn't it?
It's nice. It's
All right, I'll
natural
stop
looking.
talking about my garden. Should we talk about your gardens? Would you like a beautiful red rose in your garden, or are you looking for a gift for Dad, or are you looking for something in memory of Dad? This is what we've got for you here.
That's heavy.
So doesn't matter whether you're thinking about this for your dad or not. It could just be that you want a beautiful red rose in your garden. We have got an amazing one here for you. Now, it will come gift wrapped, which Adam is showing you here. So this is the gift wrapping as it comes. But then, obviously, inside the gift wrapping, you are getting a beautiful potted rose.
You are. And goodness me, that must be like a 4.5 litre pot on that. That's humongous. And this is a floribunda rose, this one. So you get those sort of multiple clusters of flowers on the top of really lovely, strong, straight stems. It's got a medium fragrance to it. Only about 80 centimetres tall, so it's nice and compact. You can grow it in a pot very, very easily, or in the ground. Very, very disease-resistant foliage on this as well, so you keep that glossy foliage all the year through.
Amazing, beautiful rose. 790323, the item number, and a fantastic price. 21.24 is your delivered price on that one. We've got the beautiful fragrant magnolia collection for you. 3 phenomenal varieties, all in the 9 centimetre pots. Some big, some smaller, and I love the stellata. This one is just a stunner.
They're all the S's, aren't they? You've got Solangiana, you've got stellata, and you've got Susan.
Susan, yeah.
So stellata's the white one, and stellata's really fragrant.
That is lovely.
Yeah, I've got that one.
I've got that one.
Have you?
It's not what you would think of as
No.
a traditional magnolia, but I like that.
It is. And the Susan's got those really sort of dark, unusual flowers. Very different to the stellata. These are more tulip-like flowers. Very upright. And then finally, you've got the Solangiana. Now, they're your big, humongous sort of magnolia flowers that start off tulip-like, and then they open out on a really, really warm day. So height-wise, you're looking at the stellata. They can get to about a couple of metres tall.
You can keep those smaller, though,
Yeah,
for sure.
you can prune them back.
container grow those as well.
The Solangiana can grow into small trees. They can get 4 to 5, even 6 metres tall. And then Susan is kind of an intermediate kind of height.
Sort of 3-4 metres,
Yeah,
maybe.
but you know, they're not super fast growing.
And also bear in mind, you can prune magnolias. You know, easily. My mum's got the Solangiana in her garden, and would you call it pollarding? She properly
Packs it back.
Packs it back. Not every year, but every sort of 5 or 6 years, it gets a proper chop.
Do it after it's flowered, just after it's flowered.
Exactly that, yeah.
And then all the new stems it produces, they'll give you your flowering wood the following year. And also sometimes Sulangiana will repeat flower for you. A little bit. Yeah, it will do. It will repeat flower backs later on in the season.
510013. 3 9cm pots or double up if you'd like to get 2 of each of those. Put 2 lots in your basket and use your code. You'll get your savings and you'll get your free postage. Next up, we've got the beautiful poppies for you, but not just any old poppy. This is Checkers.
Checkers, I like the name of that.
Yeah.
Checkers. And check it out. Check out Checkers as well, because Checkers is beaut. Look at this. Pure white flowers. And then you've almost got like another flower set inside that flower. Do you know that in the middle of that flower reminds me of? A bit like a passion flower.
Yeah.
With the seeds.
I see what you mean.
Very kind of similar looking. These are flowering right now, the Oriental poppies, and they can form gorgeous, great big clumps. You can get 25, 30, 40 flowers per plant. They don't all flower simultaneously. They'll flower over a good 3 to 4 weeks. You can trim the plant back after its flower. Sometimes the foliage dies down a little bit, but if you trim it back, feed them well, they come back with more kind of foliage and they can double flower for you a little later in the season. Secret of them is, though, if you want them to work, it's full sun. They love a really good sunny position, very drought tolerant once established, and they want quite a moisture or well-drained soil, not a heavy wet soil. And they will come back year after year after year. And if you want bees and pollinators in your garden, they'll love these. They
will indeed. 3 9cm pots, double up. You can get 6 of those as well, and it's only £5 more. Obviously less than that if you're a club member, because you'll get your 15% off there as well. Got some phenomenal deals today. 560862, the item number. Next up, we've got the Nepeta Neptune for you.
Great plant.
Am I right? This is known as catmint.
Catmint, yeah. But when people think catmint ordinarily, Bex, you think about the one that sort of flops down on the ground.
Right, yeah.
Like the Walker's Low or the Six Hills Giant. This one's an upright one. I've got it in my own garden. It's lovely. It flowers for flipping week after week after week after week. If you chop the main flower spike off after it's finished, it will send up little side shoots for you as well and keep those flowers going. It's a lovely kind of bluey purple colour. It will come back every year as well. But full sun or part sun, doesn't have to be in sun all day long. Beds and borders, pots and containers, incredibly hardy. It's really one of those sort of plant it, love it, leave it kind of plants. And where mine is, I've kind of just slightly got mine just planted in with a few other sort of perennials as well. So it's not completely on its own, but it doesn't want to be overwhelmed. But I really adore it when it comes into flower, because it just brings those lovely bluey purple flowers for such a long period of time.
Good one for pollinators, right? Just amazing for bringing pollinators into the garden. 561165, double up for £10 more. So double up for £10 or £8.50 are in the club. Remember, these double up deals are where you're going to really seriously save some money. 561165 is the item number on that one. And finally on this table, we've got the Strawberry Sweet Colossus, the nice big strawberries, and they are significantly larger than the Sweet Summer Everbearer variety. I know this now, I've grown them, and trust me, please, they are sweet, juicy and delicious all the way through the strawberry.
And they're the size of pineapples.
Not that big.
No, I lie. I'm tucking your chain. No, but seriously, they are big. I mean, they can be 40 kilograms. No, I said that the other day. Grams.
40 grams.
Can you imagine a 40 kilogram strawberry?
They can get up to that. I mean, I haven't weighed them. I haven't had one that's 40 grams yet, but I imagine once they get established, maybe year 2, 3, but they're bigger. They're definitely bigger.
But the good thing about them is normally if you grow fruit or veg really big, the ones they grow for the competitions, they look good, but if you went to eat them, they'd be really fibrous and tough and coarse. But these strawberries are big, but they're still fruit. They're still ripe. They're still sweet all the way through to the middle. They still taste really, really gorgeous.
Bear in mind that this is for 12, so you will get 2 packs of 6 like we're showing you here, and they are lovely, chunky plug plants. Plant them at the same depth that they are as the plug plant. Don't plant them deeper, because this is the crown of the plant and you don't want to bury that. Otherwise, you will restrict airflow and light and then the plant will fail. So very important, don't bury that bit there. £17 saving, £11.03, less than £1 per plug, and those are a winter hardy perennial, and they will give you fruits for at least 5 years. I love them. I love growing strawberries, one of my favourite things. 320074 is the item number if you would like to go for that one. Now, Sean uses something at his pub. What is it? Bark mulch. Here we go. Let's have a little look at Sean at his pub.
Hello, well this is our YouGarden ornamental spruce bark mulch. It looks gorgeous actually, it's a really, really nice quality, but there are so many uses for this. It's great as a weed suppressant, so if you've got areas in your garden, beds and borders that get lots of weeds, a nice thick layer of this will just suppress those weeds. Also great as a top dressing around pots and containers, that's what I'm going to use it for here. If you've got children's play areas, it makes a nice soft cushion around those play areas, or maybe areas in your garden that you need to walk over. Having this there just makes it a lot safer and a lot easier. So I'm going to use it here. The reason being, I've got the euonymus here, and to be honest, whenever I've tried to plant things around them, they've never done that well. This is just full of roots. It really, really is. So what I'm going to do, because I just don't think it looks very nice. It looks a little bit ugly. I'm just going to do a nice thick layer of this and just see. Oh, yeah, this is going to really work. I'll tell you what, because it's autumn as well, I think that's going to look fun. Also, it is a great duvet. If you've got something that's a little bit tender, something like the anigalis that I had growing here in the summer, it's a tender perennial. So if it needs that extra protection from cold weather, then this would be absolutely superb. That looks so good, doesn't it? Really nice. Do you know what I'm amazed about? So I haven't done as thick a layer as you normally would for some other jobs, but it's amazing how far this has actually gone. And some of our regular YouGarden customers have bought several bags of this. It can really just make the whole garden look so much more neater and tidier. So I've just stood back and had a look at this from a distance. And what really struck me as well is that all the green foliage now really stands out. You've got the contrast of the green with the bark mulch, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased with that. I really should have done this many, many years ago.
It looks good, doesn't it? I think it's really very attractive, and it works as a mulch, and it'll work as a weed suppressant, and it will work at holding the moisture in the ground as well. So 70-litre bag, £16.99, your delivered price on that, and let's face it, it looks really pretty. Better than looking at bare soil anyway, isn't it? Right, we've got some more plants to show you, and we're going to look at the gorgeous GM fire starters. These are the 9-centimetre pots that we've got for you, and they are lovely fiery colours.
Fire starter, you're the fire starter.
Twisted fire starter.
Twisted fire starter, yeah. GMs, I love GMs. GMs are such a popular plant at the Chelsea Flower Show.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
There's no magic to it. That's just when they flower. Lots of people say that. Say, like, how do people get everything to flower at the Chelsea Flower Show? They just get things that flower at the time of the Chelsea Flower Show. I've shattered your illusions there, haven't I? I mean, some things, yeah, they do magically make her grow, but I've got stupid amount of GMs in my garden. I've planted thousands and thousands of GMs over the years, and the reason being is because they're such easy, tough, versatile plants. They'll grow in shade, dapple shade, full sun. They flower for weeks. They keep pretty much foliage all the way through the winter. They can be a little bit semi-evergreen. The leaves form a beautiful rosette that hugs the ground. And the ones we're sending out to you haven't even flowered yet. They've actually flower spikes on them right now. So they're going to flower away for you. You get these wonderful, lovely double orangey red flowers, great for bringing in the pollinators. And you can grow these in a hot board if you want to, with sort of yellows and reds and oranges. But they're just easy. They look lovely in pots. If you can just put these in some small pots, you don't need a big pot, and just dot them about, they give those lovely sort of colour accents throughout the garden. And I've actually got some of these growing up between my roses, which looks good. Because I don't like soil, do I?
I got one underneath the rose as well. It looks really
nice,
pretty.
Yeah, because rather than looking at bare earth, you just get these little sort of pops of orange and red coming up between all the roses. 3 9-centimetre pots for you. I'll whip one out as we always do. I know it'll have a brilliant root system because they all look at that. I mean, that's bonkers, that one.
Yeah.
So get them home, plant them in the sun or part shade. somewhere like that. Beds and borders, pots and containers. Enjoy them for years to come, and do what I did. We had some in our front garden for about 5 or 6 years. They formed a flipping great big clump, and then they started to sort of reduce the flowering, so they got a bit congested. We dug them up last autumn, broke them all up into individual plants, potted them on. This spring I planted out 20 brand new plants from the original one that I had. You could do that in time if you wanted to.
All right, 3 9cm pots. It's a double up deal, so you can get 6 of those. It's double up for £10 more or £8.50, and that will give you 3 more of those plants. 561219 is the item number. Neil, it's an extra item. So the bird boxes, I'm going to grab one if I can. The bird boxes have this bit on the back here.
Which
So
your fence post sits on.
that bit there can go over the top of your fence panel, or you can use this bit here, which is sort of a universal fit and will go over the top of the fence post. That bit there, or as I say, there's this lip here, which will sit over the top of your fence panel. If you want the wall mounting bracket, and that means you haven't got a fence, but you want to mount it on a wall, it is a separate item on the website. I've just had a look. I think it's on there for £14.99, and it's the perfect size to sit the bird box into. So yes, it would be a separate item. So if you don't want it to sit on your fence, you can buy the separate item so you can wall mount it.
And at night, you have a light, which is good as well. And it can change colour on the light as well, you're saying, Bex.
Absolutely,
it's about 6 different colours, isn't there? I think it's about 6.
Something like that, yeah. I think you can have a warm or a white light, and then you can flick it to the other side and it'll rotate through different coloured lights for you.
What a brilliant idea. Look at that. I mean, boring fence. Sorry, Stu, I didn't mean to insult your fence. But now you've got something that looks good. You've got a home for wildlife. You've got a light in there to give you a little bit of light at night as well. And of course, you can change the planting so that's got something growing in it all the year through.
Yeah. There you go. Ask any questions in the chat or via the emails. I try and keep on top of it. If I do miss, then just ask again, like Neil just did, and then it reminds me. Okay, let's move on to the beautiful Jacob's Ladder, the Polemonium Bressingham Purple.
Good plants, these.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They are. I mean, the Jacob's Ladder thing gets me every time. I mean, for me, they might as well call it Jacob's washing machine because I can't see any ladders. But anyway, but it's a really, really good perennial. Planted, again, many, many of these over the years. It's upright, it's tough, it's robust. This is another one that I've grown in shadier borders as well as sunnier areas as well. Long flowering period, and also with a lot of herbaceous perennials, if you cut the main flowering spike down once it's finished flowering, more often than not they'll produce little side shoots that will then extend that flowering period for you. You've got the very lovely deep purple flowers, I'm going to say on here, rather than blue. And it is called Bressingham Purple, to be fair to it, and they contrast fabulously well with the dark chocolate foliage. And you definitely have plants on these this year. The ones you can see right here are flowering. I will just point out, though, we are doing a bit of a Chelsea chop thing on the nursery at the moment. So a lot of the perennials are having their tops chopped off. But even if you get these home, you see the one at the front there's had its top chopped off. Don't worry, that will produce lots of little side shoots, and probably by the end of June, you'll still get flowers on these. Eventual height can be kind of knee height to between knee height and hip height to kind of give you an idea. But you can use the dark foliage on these to contrast really, really nicely with other colours if you wanted to. And
it's getting boring, but I'm going to say it one more time. Well, probably not one more time, probably several more times. We've got a double up deal available. So if you would like to get 6 of those 9cm pots, you can double up for £10. Or if you're in the club, that will cost you £8.50 more to get another 3 pots in there. 561253, shots from the nursery. Look, I don't know if that's... No, that won't have been this year. I think that was last year's shots. But that is what you're going to get in your garden. Magical plant, that. Absolutely beautiful.
Great for bees, aren't they, Bex, as well?
Yeah, really good.
Love them.
Really good. Make sure you're using the code, please, YGTV 2426. That's how you get the best discounts and the free postage. Next up, we have got the beautiful Rudbeckia Goldstem, another one that Adam and I both got. Of course, we have. We work here. Lovely plant, though, this one. A really, resilient, reliable, gorgeous plant.
And quick growing.
Yeah.
I got 3 of these from YouGarden earlier this year. just when they were coming into leaf, that's sort of the size you just saw in the pots. And I spaced them out what I thought was a good spacing, and the three of them have now become like a mega clump.
A mega clump.
In the first season. And they're starting to do what Bexy's one's doing here. They're now starting to send up these bolt upright shoots. In another couple of weeks' time, the flowers will start to open, and you'll have that yellow flower colour from the middle of June right the way up till October, even into early November. They don't need staking. You can deadhead if you want to, but I don't even bother deadheading. And each individual flower lasts weeks, about 3 or 4 weeks per flower. Lovely pollinators come in on these as well. They form bigger and bigger clumps. And I was saying to you about the geums that I split up last autumn. Well, I did the same with my Rebecchias that I got years ago from somewhere else used to work. I did those earlier this year. And I've now got about 15, 25 extra plants from my original clump of the Rebecchia. So if you want a really tough, hardy perennial that will spread quickly, doesn't get any pests and diseases, not bothered by slugs or snails or caterpillars, flowers for months, doesn't need staking, comes back reliably, beds and borders, pots and containers, full sun or part sun. Oof, out of breath. Go for these.
This is so versatile. And this is why we've both chosen to have them in our garden, because they are just fantastic plants. Double up deal available, £10. No, £5. Love it. Double up for £5. So 3 of those Rebecchias would cost you £5. The other 3 would cost you £12.72. Amazing. That's if you're in the club, obviously.
And if you
Actually, it would cost you less than £5 if you're in the club, because you'll get 15% off as well.
That's even better, isn't it?
Even better.
And if you do put these in a pot, just to give you an example, if you say got one of our rainbow planters that's 33 centimetres across, you just need one. Don't, because when you look at them now, you think, oh no, I'll put all 3
I'll put all 3 in.
But you will be absolutely blown away how quick these grow. They really do.
Okay. I think we've told you how good they are. Yeah? Have you got Rebecchia in your garden already?
If not,
get those, please. Please get those.
Yeah, I'll whip you around.
All right, we've got the citrus grow for you next. Now, yes, you can grow your own citrus in the UK.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can,
Oh,
Adam.
no, you
and
can't.
You know you can.
I know. And it's not quite panto season yet, is it?
Not yet.
But I was only saying that because I've had people on social media say to me,
You can't do that.
yeah, you dingbat. What you talking about those for? You can't grow those in the UK. Admittedly, you can't grow them outside all the year through in the UK, but for a good 6-7 months of the year, you can, because they like a lovely summer holiday outside, and then they like a nice kind of warm winter holiday inside. Not even that warm, to be honest. So these are your starter project citrus. You're getting the orange, the lemon, and the lime. You can keep these in these little 9-centimetre pots for a bit longer if you wish. Keep them on a lovely bright windowsill. Water them with soft water or rainwater. But if you think to yourself, I want to grow these on into a bigger pot, get yourself an ordinary pot or an ornamental pot. There's one thing that's non-negotiable, though. You've got to have ericaceous compost. Put them in the ericaceous. And if you put these outside this summer, introduce them to the sun gradually. Don't put them straight out in the full-on sun. Sun in the morning, sun in the evening over a couple of weeks. Then eventually they can stay out through the summer. They'll put a lot of growth on this summertime. You'll start to see your first flower buds appear probably in the first year or so. It can take 9 months to a year for the first fruit to develop. In the autumn, you need to bring these in, but they don't have to be sitting on your lap in the living room watching EastEnders. Just a cool room that's got lots and lots of light that doesn't go down below freezing, or a greenhouse or a polytunnel, a lean-to, a porchway. They'll bobble along like that through winter, and then you bring them out again next year. Year on year, they'll get bigger for you. If you ever want to prune them, do it in February, and only prune away any branches that are rubbing, growing inwards, or slightly damaged. They'll get bigger and bigger year on year, and I promise you, and Bex will promise you as well, that in 2 or 3 years' time, you'll start to get your first fruit develop on these, and you will grow proper size, fully edible oranges, lemons and limes. These aren't gimmick fruit. They're not ornamental. They will produce fruit. And I tell you what, you know when they're flowering.
You do.
Because the fragrance of the flowers is off the scale. It is divine.
It's
really
why
lovely.
I got my citrus plants. Now, of course, I'm excited about growing citrus. But I'm being honest with you here. The main reason I got those citrus plants is because of the fragrant flowers.
Do you have them in your conservatory?
They're in my
flowering?
conservatory. And I open the conservatory door and it fills the whole of my downstairs with
lovely,
beautiful
isn't it?
fragrance. I love it. So yes, of course, it's a grow your own. Yes, of course, I'm excited about getting those fruits. But my first and foremost reason is fragrant flowers, and they are beautifully fragrant. All right, 340081, the item number, 3 9cm pots. It's a bit of a project, but what a wonderful project. You can get those home with no postage to pay, and all you're going to pay for it is £16.97. Got another bargain for you. But is there a double up deal on this one as well? Seriously, because if there's a double up deal on this one, oh, what? Okay. Okay, this is nuts, all right.
I need to get my calculator on
Get your calculator out. 6 of those 9cm pots. And if you double up, you can get 12 of those 9cm pots. So you're going to double up for £10 more or £8.50 more if you're in the club. So I think that's like, it works out as something like £1.40 a plant or something or other for the double up 6 that you're getting. It's just incredible value for money. And then multiply this out by the amount of years you'll have them in your garden, because these aren't annual hanging basket ones.
That's the good thing about these, Bex. These are what I call fuchsias with a future, because these aren't your annual fuchsias. These will come back year after year. They can get a metre and a half tall. Some have already started flowering right now. You can see there. You're getting 6 different varieties. Now, we will try and provide the 6 you see here, but due to sort of seasonal availability, we can slightly change the varieties. But in every case, you'll get 6 completely different hardy fuchsias flowering from June all the way up until October into November. After a really, really cold winter, they can get knocked back a little bit to ground level, but don't worry, they haven't died. They'll regrow and they'll flower back to their normal height in the same year. After a mild winter, they can keep growing from where they left off in autumn. Plant them about a metre apart. Definitely not for window boxes or hanging baskets, these ones. No,
not at all. I've just planted 3 in my garden, and I've got the other 3. I'm working out where to put them. I might give them to my mum, but I'm going to try and find a place to put them. Here's your price as a club member. £2.12 per pot. That's if you're doubling up, by the way. £2.12 per pot for the size that you're looking at here as well, which is absolutely incredible. And you can have them in your garden. These are really long-lived, aren't they?
20, 25, 30 years.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't get that price from a boot sale.
That's very true.
You wouldn't. At boot sale, you'd be selling them for £3.50 each.
There you go.
This size. And the quality of them is just off the scale. And I know I say it, and it sounds a bit boring sometimes, but you could go to the garden centre, see these in 2-litre pots, and they'll be chucking them out at like 10 quid each. Yeah. Easily.
Amazing, honestly. Right, 510262. You will need a bit of space to fit 12 of those, admittedly. But if you've got the space, or you're just looking for some gifts for some people.
Father's Day.
Any just because gifts, there you go. You could even grow them on a little bit and then give them as a slightly larger pot to somebody as a present.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Summertime. Yeah. Lovely. Great idea. Right, 510262, the item number on your Fuchsia Hardy collection. Check out the deals, check out the savings. Go to our website, YouGarden.com. Click on the Live Now button, because that's where you will see all of the items that we have selected for today's show. And that's where you will see all of the items that will come to you with the free postage. We're going to do a bit of Grow Your Own for you now. And we're moving on to a pair of pears.
Oh, so you get 4.
No.
Lovely.
We're not doing a pair of pears. No, we're not. We are doing a pair of pears.
Yeah, it's a pair of pears.
I don't do maths.
Got you there, didn't I? Yeah, although it's a pair of pears, you only get 2. Well, you only get 1, actually.
It's a pair of pears. Yeah, that works.
It's a pair of pears, but you only get 1.
Stop confusing me.
Because basically what we've done is we've grafted 2 varieties onto 1 stem, which is, we've got Louise Bon of Jersey. Still trying to find out who she is.
Yeah, I looked. I couldn't find her.
No, nor could I. And we've got Conference, 2 gorgeous, gorgeous varieties of pear, and they fruit at slightly different times, slightly different kind of flavoured fruit. And this has been trained into this lovely kind of V shape. So if you wanted to, you could train these against a fence. They're self-fertile. That wouldn't matter anyway, because you're getting 2 types on the 1 rootstock, so they'll pollinate each other. Only get to about sort of 2 to 2.5 metres tall. I think that's right on these ones. Yeah, I think that kind of height. So then they're not like your little Conference. They're not super dwarf, but they don't get more than 3 metres ever.
But you could grow them in pots.
Oh, absolutely. You could grow these in pots. You could grow one of these in one of our heavy-duty 35-litre pots or 30-litre pots for always. Obviously, water it, feed it, and just enjoy proper sized pears. Although it's a much reduced tree because of the rootstock, it will produce proper, gorgeous, sweet, edible pears. It's brilliant.
Fab, innit?
Don't forget the blossom. Blossom in spring. 2 towers of lovely, lovely white blossom on here, and you can easily protect the fruit as well from the birds because they're never going to be really, really super tall. This is not AI. This is what somebody has achieved growing
Shame
this.
we have to say that now, isn't it?
Well, we do, don't we?
But we do have to say it. There's so much AI slop out there.
And that's the trouble. It'll get to the point where even when you say it's not AI, people won't believe you, will they? Because it just kind of looks like AI. So we'll have to say one day we're not AI, won't we? You and I.
There's so many AI people now. It's scary.
It is, yeah. And the way they manipulate, like...
I don't like it.
Normal human. I mean, especially the poor old Prime Minister. I mean, some of the videos I've seen of him and like... And it looks like he's really doing what he's doing, but it's all made up with a microchip. But this is not made up. This is real. And you can grow those pears very easily in a small garden, in a pot, in the ground, or against a fence.
Correct, Skylar. It's all in the spelling. Pair of pears, not pair of pears. You have to be on YouTube to understand that. Right, 300148 is the item number if you would like to go for the fabulous duo fruit pear tree with the Conference and the Louise Bon of Jersey. £18.69, your delivered price on that item there. Right, I love Agapanthus. Agapanthus fireworks for you in the 3-litre pot. Check out the health and size and vigour of this plant. It's only got 2 flowers extract. Is that another flower there?
Yeah.
That is another flower.
Little flower bud coming down there. Fireworks, one of my favourite Agapanthus.
It is, I love it.
Well, you're getting so much colour because it's not pure white, it's not pure blue. You're getting white, but you're getting at the throat of these flowers that lovely purpley blue colour fusing through into the white of the petals. So elegant. Great big flower heads as well. Kind of tennis ball size flower heads on these. Nice and tall, a couple of 2 or 3 feet tall on lovely upright strong stems. Cut flowers, if you want to cut them, you can bring them indoors. A nice long flowering period. The only thing Agapanthus ask of you is they want full sun. They love really, really good drainage. In fact, that's critical because if you put them in really cold, wet soil during the winter, they'll just rot off. And they do benefit from a little covering of something like strolch or something over the crown of the plant during the winter, just to stop the frost getting down into the ground. If you can do those easy few things, you can get them to come back year after year. They do very, very well in small pots as well. They don't mind being root bound, and you can plant them in pots and plunge them in the ground as well if you wish.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to a word. I'm looking at Graham's aces.
Oh.
We're going to look at them as well in a minute. Right, Adam mentioned the strolch, so here it is. 100149 is the item number, and it's a twin pack of strolch that you're going to be getting here. Now, I always talk about this being a product for all seasons.
It is, because in the winter time, you put a layer down, like I said just now, if you put a layer of this over your Agapanthus, it will stop the frost getting down to the roots. Also, you can stop soil being splashed away by heavy rain, and if you've got sticky clay soil, you can walk on top of this in the wintertime. It'll stick to your boots a little bit, but the clay will stick to your boots a hell of a lot. Looks good in the summer, keeps the slugs and snails away, keeps the moisture in during the summertime, suppresses the weeds. As it rots down, it adds organic material to the soil, stimulates worm activity, and it adds things like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and iron to the soil. And it's just a brilliant, brilliant product. It's pH neutral, it's organic, it was developed in the UK, it's non-toxic, it's not going to affect your pets or your children, and it's made from renewable sources.
There you go. Fabulous.
Tick, 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 tick,
Tick,
tick,
tick,
tick,
tick,
tick.
tick, tick. Right, 561209 is the item number for the Agapanthus fireworks there in the 3-litre pot. Delivered price of £15.29. A beautiful plant. Right, I'm so sorry I wasn't listening to you. I was just checking the emails.
Yeah, I was holding the fort in the meantime, don't worry.
You did a good job. Well done. Peter has sent us some lovely pictures of his garden, and I was thinking of can I name all of these? Well, I can definitely see a Syringa palabin, I reckon, on the end there. We've got a lovely rose, don't know what it is. Another lovely rose, don't know what it is. I reckon that's a Pyrrhus.
It's a Pyrrhus.
And I don't know what that is.
Can you zoom in a bit?
Yep. Your eyes not working
it's another
like
rose.
They used to.
That's
is
another,
it another rose?
It's another type of rose. That looks like sort of one of those kind of rugosary dog dog rose kind of roses.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, your pots are looking good, Peter. I like it. He sent us 4 pictures in total.
Oh.
More containers over here. Oh, to the other side. So I think you've got some more standards there. That looks like some fabulous lilies.
Yeah, I think they're probably the skyscrapers.
They look like they could be skyscrapers. Oh, and just your wisterias creeping in on the edge of the picture there as well.
Yeah.
Looking good. Another rose in that pot there too. Oh, sorry about that. Your garden's looking nice, Peter. And we've got more pictures from Peter's garden.
Liking this.
This is quite a nice little border, actually, that we've got going on here. Some gorgeous hydrangea.
Looks like it's going to be a bluey colour as well, pinky
Yeah,
blue.
very pretty.
So lots of little yummy things going on there
And
as
then
well.
a lovely little fuchsia just peeking in on the edge of the picture
Which is
there.
probably, I'm guessing, a hardy fuchsia if it's in the ground and flowering
sorry,
that well
I did
already.
something weird then. Apologies. Very nice. Let's move on to one. Yes, and there's just a little bit more of a close-up onto that little border there as well. I think it's really cute, don't you?
I love things like that. Really interesting as well. And they look like gladiolus coming up,
Do you reckon?
which would be nice.
I love that he's got them stakes as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I
Check
think they're
that out.
little gladies coming up.
It's so good. I'm
Little
so
foxglove
rubbish
there.
at me little staking.
Little penstemons.
It's going to be good, Peter.
It's going to be pretty, that is.
Going to be very good. Right, and then I was looking at Graham's
blimey.
aces. Now, he has sent these pictures before, but Graham, I don't care. You can send these pictures as many times as you like because this is flipping beautiful. So just some of my aces. He says, I know you've seen them before. Here we go. Here is Graham's Acer collection. It looks like garnet at the front. It looks like emerald lace at the back. I have no idea what the other one is, but I don't care. I think that is just an
Oh, come on.
Oh, Graham, you win. Yours is nicer than mine. It's in a similar pot, though, right? I particularly picked that pot because I thought that the kind of green colour of the pot at the base would work really nicely with the red of the
Is it an olive?
leaves.
Is it an olive doodah?
No, it's not, but it's similar.
Yeah, that is magnificent.
That is worth a lot of money as well.
Oh, God, yeah, in the garden centre. If that's the size of it, in a garden centre, you could pay
500.
500 quid, yeah. £500-600 for that. If it was
Amazing.
grown in a pot. You've nailed it there with those acers.
Stunning. Love them. Aces are on the show, by the way, so if you want to have a look at everything that we've got, go to YouGarden.com, click the Live Now button and scroll down. You'll be able to see absolutely everything. We will show the aces one more time before we get to the end of the show, which is in less than 10 minutes' time. Right, here we've got the Rose Dad for you, or Special Dad for you. Yes, Father's Day is coming up. It's a week on Sunday. We must not forget. If your dad is still with us and you're looking for a gift, brilliant. We've got a beautiful rose for him. If he is not with us and you would like to plant something in memory, roses are one of those perfect plants to plant in memoriam for somebody, or maybe you are just looking for a beautiful red rose.
In any case, we've got the answer for you because it's gift wrapped as well, which is good. You don't even need to worry about doing that. And you can use a little Hessian bag, whatever you want afterwards, really.
Another
Storing
gift.
your begonias tubers or your dahlia tubers in wintertime. But what you've got here is a rose that only gets to about 80 to 90 centimetres tall. Grow it in a pot or a container. Of course, you grow it in the ground as well. In any case, just make sure the little knuckly bit at the base is always 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. Just look at the foliage on this. I'll tilt this one forward so you can just see just how super glossy. Look at that. And I swear to you, we have not put leaf shine
leaf
on this.
shine.
That is the natural lustre and sheen of this plant. Good disease resistance in there as well. It's a floribunda rose. So you get, I mean, at the moment, admittedly, they're only single ones, but you will, as it grows, you'll get clusters of really, really lovely flowers on this with that sort of medium fragrance as well. Yeah, Bex
There's
has
a
found a
cluster
little group on the one round the back here. Do you want me to lift that? So you can see there, it will cluster flower for you. And it's easy to grow. It'll come back year after year in that really nice, super sunny position, and it's repeat flowering.
Repeat flowering.
Here's Bex, it's repeat flowering. So all the way through the summer.
We're never going to get bored of that, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What is it?
Repeat
It
flowering.
is repeat flowering. So we're not saying to you it will be smothered in roses non-stop from June through to October. That'd be fibbing. But what we're saying is in flushes, on and off, you'll keep getting these beautiful, beautiful red roses.
Right, goodbye, Mauricia, who's leaving us. She'll be back on Sunday. Who's in on Sunday? I think it's me. I think I'm in Sunday. Yes, bye, Mauricia. Just got the Citrus Grove collection, says Marissa. So much newness, I want it in my garden, says Suzanne. Yes, it's a problem, I know. Right, let's move on, shall we? We've got the lovely Magnolia collection for you here as well. 3 different varieties.
Yeah, a lovely collection here. So you've got the I'm struggling with that word. Sulangiana. I've said it enough times in my life. Susan, I can say that one. And Stellata. This is your Sulangiana, this one. Those great big tulip-like flowers that open right out. This can get sort of 4 to 5 metres tall, this particular magnolia. It's the one quite often you see in the middle of people's front gardens. You can prune them back, though, quite radically if you want to after flowering. The other end of the scale is your Stellata. This has got these flat flowers, lovely, sweetly fragranced, only about 1.5 metres, 2 metres tall. And then in between, you've got the lovely Susan. And she's got those like pinky flowers, upright again, tulip shaped. This one, about 1.8 to 2.4 metres. They're all tough, they're all hardy, they'll all come back year after year.
510013, the item number if you would like to go for the Magnolia collection. You can double up as well if you wish. Amazing prices on these double up deals available. Use your code to get your free postage and your savings. Next up, we've got the beautiful poppy checkers. Double up available on this one as well.
Yeah, as I said earlier, check out checkers. I mean, it's really, really love this one. A pure white poppy, apart from that dark sort of almost like another flower shape in the middle. Loving this. Reminds me of the middle of the passion flower. White as well. How elegant do they look? Lovely upright stems, pure white flowers. And if you've got a garden, I was listening to Gardening's Question Time the other day and somebody said, I quite like my garden, but I've gone a bit overboard on the pinks and purples. What can I do to kind of break it up a bit? And one of the panellists said, plant some clumps of white in between. And then that will kind of break up.
It's the referee.
It is, that's what we call it.
Always the referee.
Yeah. So, and these love full sun, good drainage. They are very tough, very strong, very deep rooted. Once established, they'll form a great big clump with multiple amount of flowers. They don't flower simultaneously. They'll flower on and off over a period of about 3 to 4 weeks. If you trim them down, water them, feed them after they're flowered, they quite often come back and give you a second flush of flower a little later in the summer.
Suzanne, yes, we do a special daughter, but I can't find it in stock at the moment on the roses. So we do have it, but for some reason we don't have it in stock at the moment. So keep looking, basically. I'm sure it'll pop up at some point. Next up here, we've got the Nepeta Neptune for you.
Yeah, fragrant foliage, lovely blue flowers, upright growth, easy to grow in a pot or container or in the ground, full sun or part sun, loved by pollinators, dead head after it's flowered. It'll throw out more flower spikes for you. It'll just give you joy and colour for many weeks during the summertime.
Tough, hardy, pollinator friendly and a bargain. Double up available. You can get 6 of those if you would like them. 561165, the item number. And finally on this table we have got the 12 Colossus Jumbo Plug Plants.
Yeah, strawberries that can reach 40 grams in weight. Sweet, juicy, succulent, all the way through to the middle. Not tough and chewy, not white and crunchy. Easy to grow. Full sun, a moisture retentive soil, beds and borders, pots and containers, and yeah, easy to grow. And there's every chance that these plugs this year will produce a first crop of fruit for you.
Amazing, and for a few years after as well. 320074, the item number for those 12 strawberry plug plants. Very quick reminder of some of the items, and then hopefully we'll get time to finish on the ASUS. Lobelia, Queen Victoria, tall, gorgeous, dark foliage, bright red flowers, double up available. 560860 is your item number there. Next up, we've got the Cosmos Cherry Chocolate. If you would like to get a previous nominee, I think it was a nominee at Chelsea Flower Show, 561326 available and a double up available. It smells a bit like chocolate too. Next we have the Alstroemeria, beautiful pollinator friendly flowers, just like the Cosmos there. We've got the double up deal, and those are proper jumbo plug plants as well. 480754, your item number if you want those ones. We've got the GM Fire Starters, bright orangey red flowers you get on here, and GMs are a fantastic perennial plant for your garden. Double ups available. Lots of savings. 561219, your item number here. Rudbeckia. Oh, I mean, the GM next to the Rudbeckia would be brilliant in a nice hot border. That would look amazing. A 560076. Get your double up deals to get the best savings. Make sure you're using the code YGTV2426. Citrus Grove, if you'd like a little project and grow your own citrus. You've got an orange, a lemon, and a lime. They will grow full-size fruits, and they're easy to grow. Just need a bit of winter protection. 340081, the item number there, saving £10. The Patriot hanging baskets, pre-planted with the Sophinia petunia. petunias in the red, white and blue / purple colour. And it is a pair you would be getting. They are annuals, you would replant for next year, but what a fantastic colour display for this year. £25.48 is the price on that one. 450214 your item number. And then we've got the wonderful Illuminest, a really cracking idea this for just brightening up those boring old fences. You can put them over the fence post or over the fence panel. There is a separate hanger available if you want to wall mount. It's a separate item on the website if you'd like to wall mount them in anyway. Quick and easy to plant out, and they become a bird box as well. Very cleverly designed, and there is a solar light there as well. 130746 is the item number. Different colour options available as well, I believe. Right, we have got just enough time to tell you quickly about the beautiful Acers. So, Acer Garnet, it's a beautiful one.
Look at this. I mean, this is definitely one of those archetypal, brilliant, fantastic Acers. It's unmistakably a Japanese maple. Fabulously dissected leaves, dark colour during the summer. These turn a scarlet colour in the autumn before they drop. And this one has a lovely weeping, arching habit. It'll get wider than it does taller. It will look like one of those $1 million Acers once it gets bigger. We've seen some beautiful photos today that you've sent in of this particular Acer in your garden. Dappled shade, sort of a shelter position, moisture retentive soil in the ground or a pot or a container. Despite its delicate look on the leaves, it will get through all the minuses during the winter.
It's a beauty. You know how much I love it, and I've got a gorgeous one in my garden too, actually. 510225, the item and number. Now, I know I've raved about that because I've got it, but I would like to rave about this one as well, because the Ukigumo, I mean, it's the different colours that you're getting on this one. It is an absolute stunner.
You just can't make its mound up. I mean, even the leaves are different.
Yeah,
I mean,
it can't decide what it wants to be.
That looks like it's like been grafted onto yet another Acer, but it's all from the one plant. So different foliage colour, different foliage shapes, changes all the way through the year. This is what they look like the other week. And look at the contrast with the pink stems. Hardy and tough as well. And what I said about the garnet applies to the Ukigumo as well.
511521, the item number, saving £12 on that, and that's a great price for the size of Acer that you are getting. Sadly, our time is up. Thank you very much for spending your time with us. If you'd like to join Adam on TikTok, he'll be live from 5 o'clock till 8, and I think it's me. I will be back on Sunday with you. We'll see you all very soon.
See you later. Bye.